presentation of local high school sports, made possible by our community advertising partners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WNKX Live, your home for Hickman County sports. And we have a huge Monday night matchup tonight between the Columbia Academy Bulldogs and your Hickman County Bulldogs. Now, we are on the road in Murray County here tonight, and the Lady Dogs had a much-needed rest this last weekend after what was a great week last week. They picked up a huge win against Fairview and then finished the week strong on Friday against Ravenwood. The Lady Dogs enter tonight over 500 with a 4-3 record. Their victory against Ravenwood was a 42-32 victory. The Lady Dogs enter here tonight coached by Gavin Gordon, assisted by Ben Bentley and KJ Smith. Now, the weather these last few days has been a little rainy, it's been a little dreary, but the sun was shining through today, which made for a pretty nice drive, 40 minutes or so here to Columbia Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Josh Copley, joined by my broadcast colleague Cameron Peters, as I have been the last few games. And whenever we come back from this short break, we have a bit of a pre-game show for you as we analyze what to expect tonight from your Hickman County Lady Dogs.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern-style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life.
Your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
Welcome back here on WNKX. We are live here in Anderson Fieldhouse as the Columbia Academy Bulldogs host your Hickman County Bulldogs in what will be an exciting Bulldog versus Bulldog matchup. Now, I am joined tonight by my broadcast colleague Cameron Peters. Cam, welcome. And we saw this last Friday, Hickman County with a huge win against the Ravenwood Lady Raptors, 42-32. We saw Ava Floyd, the sophomore, put up 20 points, the leading scorer, as we're so accustomed to seeing. But I think what surprised me the most was the lack of productivity offensively from the senior Nola Kate Bentley. Now, what should we expect to see tonight? Do we think she needs to step up if we're going to take on Columbia Academy?
Yeah, I absolutely think so, Josh. These young ladies tonight have got to replicate what they did the other night, maybe even better. This Columbia Academy team, the one thing you know when you come in and you play Columbia Academy, they're going to be well coached. They always are. They always will be. So tonight, I say even more than making the shots, I say taking the shots. A lot of last game, they had open opportunities that they didn't seize. I want to see those seized tonight.
Now, last Friday, Ava Floyd was our player of the game. We got to talk to her and Coach Gordon during the halftime of the boys' game. And what we noticed and what we pointed out to Ava is that most of her points came from mid-range, right? Or with her being aggressive, driving to the basket, getting layups. And then even when she was sent to the free throw line, she took advantage. 3 of her 20 points came at the line. Now, Cam, I know she's trying to adjust. I know eventually she wants to find her rhythm from beyond the perimeter with her three-point shot. Do you think she needs to find it here tonight in order for the Lady Dogs to win, or should we expect more of the same from Ava driving to the basket?
I want to see more of the same. I don't know necessarily what to expect for tonight, but I want to see her continue to drive because, Josh, it's a Monday. They just finished a day of school. Christmas is right around the corner. These kind of games are tough to be ready for. So regardless, I want to see her get to the basket because that means she's bringing the energy that these girls, that CA has to match. You got to remember, our girls, like I said, just got off of a long day of school, and focusing on basketball right now is not an easy thing to do. And I think whoever comes out, focuses, and plays their heart out is going to win this game.
Well, that's a great point, Cam. And real quick for just a moment, I want to give a special thank you to our crew tonight. Sarah Beth McClanahan will be working the camera for us, as well as Keely Blocker. They'll be alternating. A very special thank you to them for making the trip up here, and for Matthew Dotson for putting his AV team together. It's been such a big help to us here at the radio station, and we're so thankful for the work that they do. Another special thank you to our supervisor and the man overlooking all of it, Will Nunley, my boss. Very special thank you to Will. None of this would be possible without him either, and his talent and his ability to work on these streams. So much goes on to make this possible, and most of all, we'd like to thank you all listening to this, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook. Your support is what keeps this going, and we hope to keep bringing you Hickman County sports for a long time to come. Now, Cam, looking back to the game, right, what Hickman County's biggest problem has been so far, at least in games where they have been winning, where they have been the favorited team, is consistency. We have seen it, not just the girls, but the guys as well, come out of the half when they've been up by a lot, and they look a little sloppy, they look lackadaisical, they look a little slow. So how, if you're Coach Gordon, how do you keep these girls consistent? How do you keep them motivated for 4 straight quarters?
Josh, it's a tough thing to do, and each game brings its own problems, its own issues, its own great things. So I would say that it's a different thing every time, but on Coach Gordon's side, it's asking the same thing consistently. And I think these girls know what they want out of them, and it's now on him, or not necessarily even on him, it's on the entirety as a team to be motivated and go out and get a W.
And I think motivation is so important, and I think what we saw last Friday was some serious motivation in the heart of Zoe Chilton and Delaney King underneath the basket. We saw them play their most physical game of basketball that we've seen them play all season, and I think that certainly played a huge factor in them getting that victory against what was a smaller Ravenwood team. So I'm looking to see more of that tonight. I want to see Zoe, I want to see Delaney dominate underneath, but what Zoe did well, especially last Friday, she had 8 points, she had 4 buckets. She was able to hit her shots consistently mid-range. She was able to get some offensive boards, some big putbacks, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do here tonight.
Yeah, Josh, they have to show up tonight. These CA girls, they're not huge. They're not a big group of girls. You have to take advantage where you can. And looking at us compared to them, I think that we're either just as good, if not better, in the size category. Now all we have to do is use that. We're talking box outs, we're talking offensive rebounds, we're talking just making your presence be felt on defense, being in the right place. So those 2 ladies tonight are who I want to see step up. They might not have the biggest, the most points in the scorebook, but they could play the biggest role in a W tonight.
I just think absolutely disciplined basketball is going to be so important tonight. We've seen it's been a theme of sorts between the guys and girls where the first half they played very clean. The second half we see a drastic uptick in fouls. And I think that comes with being tired, with wanting to be even more stout on defense. So I'm looking forward to seeing them play disciplined going forward here tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, we're just a few moments away from tip-off. One last break and we'll be back here on WNKX.
time, we would ask everybody to rise. Gentlemen, we would ask you to remove your hat. Please bow. Holy Father, we thank you so much for loving us each and every day of our lives. Father, we thank you for the grace and the mercy and love that you shower down on us in ways that we don't even know. Father, tonight as our two teams get together and work their hardest to play, Father, we pray that good sportsmanship and Christ-like behavior will be exhibited on the court. Lord, we pray that you be with all of our players, that you keep them injury-free, that you be with our coaches and our refs and our spectators tonight. Be with us in all that we do. Father, most of all, we thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ. And it's in his name we pray. Amen. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Oh, so proudly we hailed at twilight's gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and rockets regular above her, singing came through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back to WNKX, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here in Columbia Academy as your Hickman County Lady Dogs are now just a few moments away from doing battle. Now, Cam, that was probably one of the best renditions. Of course, it harkens back a couple of years ago to when Chris Stapleton performed the national anthem live in the Super Bowl between the Eagles and the Chiefs. It always makes you feel patriotic.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. It was arguably one of the most beautiful renditions ever. Personally, I believe it's an NBA All-Star 1987. I think that's the right year. Marvin Gaye did it. You need to watch that sometime. It's incredible.
Oh, that is a phenomenal rendition. Now, here we are. All of the pregame festivities have come to a close, and we are now ready for tip-off. Now, your lineup here tonight for the Hickman County Lady Dogs, we'll just go through the roster for you. I'm sure these are names you're all well familiar with right now. Number 0, Delaney King, the senior. Number 3, Haley Gordon, the junior. Number 5, Carly Everett, the freshman. Number 10, Tinley Davis, the freshman. Number 20, the sophomore, Ava Floyd. Number 21, the senior, Noah Kate Bentley. Number 23, senior, Chloe Warren. Number 30, junior, Zoe Chilton. Number 32, freshman, Josie Hassel. Number 33, the freshman, Aubrey Anderson. And number 35, the freshman, Kitty Bates. Now, Cam, as I was reading through this Lady Dog roster, one name jumps out at me because of the amount of minutes she had last week. Specifically on Friday against Ravenwood, we saw Carly Everett get a lot of play time, and I'm looking forward to seeing how many minutes she gets here tonight.
Yeah, Josh, she played incredible last week, and I want to see her continue to play. I think that, this is going to be one of the tougher opponents they see during the year, and I want to see her get minutes here because it could be huge for her progression as a player, and who she can become.
So we are now at midcourt And a tip-off, Delaney King wins it and tips it back to Chloe Warren. The Lady Dogs on offense. Floyd driving into the free throw stripe, passes over to Warren. Warren snags at the right corner, drives on the baseline. Nice pass to King. King mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Bentley, dribbles out to Floyd. Floyd driving in hard, left-handed layup, and it falls. Ava Floyd with the game's first bucket.
Beautiful move there by Ava Floyd, getting in the interior. I think that's a great thing for things to come, Josh.
So now, Columbia Academy with the rock at the top of the key. They drive into the paint, guarded by Floyd. Floyd playing tough defense, forces a shot, no good, and a nice rebound by Nola Kate. Oh, and it's taken away by number 5, Charlie Hutchison, for the Lady Bulldogs of Columbia Academy. She drives up for the layup, and she is fouled, and that will send Columbia Academy to the free throw line.
Josh, you said the Dogs came out in man defense. I honestly like giving them that look early in the game to see what they're made of, see what kind of offense they run. Playing man defense early gives you the best taste of the ability of the offense and how you can adjust. So obviously great move there by Coach Gordon.
And the first free throw by Hutchison is no good. Number 2 on the way, but this one does fall. 2-1, your score in favor of Hickman County. Cam, I'll have to remind myself to say the actual name of the school and not the mascot, because they both share the same mascot. So Floyd now driving into the high post, dishes to Warren. Warren, open three. She got it. Nice shot by Chloe Warren.
Josh, last game she passed up a couple of those against Ravenwood. Tonight, seeing her get out and shoot early, I love seeing that. I want to see that continue.
Oh, and driving in is Keaton of Columbia Academy. No good, rebounded by Bentley, and she dishes it over to Warren as she now takes it up the floor. Warren now letting the play develop, passes to King. King hands off to Warren. Oh, and the pass a little errant there, but Bentley able to run it down close to the mid-court line. And she'll dish over to the wing to Floyd. Floyd wants to drive into the high post, looking for help, and finds Chilton. Chilton driving in, well contested, and knocked out of bounds by Columbia Academy, and it will stay with the Lady Dogs.
Yeah, Josh, I love what Zoe saw right there. She saw open Delaney King, but she has to know when I'm rotating, I'm looking for her defender already. If she could have got to her early, that would have been good.
And Floyd tries the corner three, no good. Nice rebound by Chilton, the putback, no good. And rebounded by Columbia Academy. Hutchison now taking up the right side of the floor for Columbia. Now to Shirley, back to Hutchison. Patiently awaiting are the Lady Bulldogs of Columbia Academy. Now Keaton tries to pass underneath, looking for Bond, nothing there, taken away by the Lady Dogs. Oh, and it's taken right back by Columbia Academy. It's an open breakaway, no one there. The layup by Hutchison is up and good. Columbia Academy now makes it 3-5. Now Warren in control, looking for help. Pass back to Floyd. Floyd now working her man, drives in. Oh, that's a tough shot, left-handed, no good, rolls out. King gets physical, knocks it back to Floyd, and her shot now will fall. Ava Floyd, her second bucket, and give a lot of credit there, Cam, to Delaney King underneath.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Delaney and Zoe being physical inside is going to be a key to this game. Keeping these Columbia Academy Bulldogs off the boards is huge for the night.
And a very nice mid-range step back from Hutchison there, guarded by Floyd.
Josh, I think number 5, Miss Hutchison, is going to be one to watch tonight. She looks quite skilled.
Bentley with the ball, tries to pass underneath the King. King in that left corner, driving in. Spin move, shot, no good, overshot the basket. Rebounded by Columbia Academy, and they are pushing the ball down the court with extreme urgency. Mid-range shot will not fall, rebounded by King. And a nice bounce pass there to Warren as they regain control of the basketball. Warren now driving in, now takes it back out beyond the perimeter. Pass it up top to Chilton. Chilton wants to drive in, tries to pass underneath to Bentley. A nice pass, but knocked away there. A lot of traffic there. Three-point by Columbia Academy will not fall, rebounded by King. The shot was attempted there by Keaton. Now Floyd looking to set up a play. Warren at the right wing. Tries to dribble it to the center, to the free throw stripe. Gives to Floyd. Floyd at that left corner. Floyd tries to find a lane. She'll take it to the basket herself, and it won't fall. Tough shot there for Ava. Oh, and she tries to knock it away to get a steal, but they will get Ava for her second foul.
Josh, these Lady Dogs, they need to get the passes going. They're dribbling a lot right now. I want to see them move the ball. We've talked about it a million times on here. If you get rid of the ball, if you pass the ball, that makes the defense move way more than you dribbling, and I want to see them get that ball moving.
And Floyd and King will check out of the game to take a little break. Haley Gordon and Carly Everett in. A three-point attempt there by Columbia Academy misses, rebounded by Gordon. Bentley from three, that's deep, no good. Rebounded by Columbia Academy. That was Haley Collins on the rebound, and she'll take it herself up the left side of the floor. Bentley there to greet her. Tries to drive in, and they get Bentley with the foul, and they'll throw in from the baseline. 3:04 to go in this first quarter. Hickman County leads 7-5.
Josh, I love that shot from this end from Nola Bentley. Be confident in yourself, and that stroke right there looked quite confident. I love seeing that from her.
Now Columbia Academy now with the ball in play. Oh, a three-pointer, step back, no good. That's a tough contested shot, and Gordon takes it herself. And that ball is on the floor for a long time. Now Chilton with the ball, passes. Warren at the left corner, she wants to drive along the baseline. Looking for help, Chilton, open look, the left wing, no good, rolls off the rim, rebounded by the Lady Dogs, but there will be a foul on Columbia Academy. And Cam, it's not often that we see Zoe Chilton take those three-point attempts there, but she had an open look, and that you had to admire the confidence.
Yeah, Josh, honestly, I love her taking that shot. It makes the defense spread out. It makes so when you have post players that just primarily are in the post, you don't have as much room to operate inside and get open looks. With Zoe playing good on the perimeter, that gets her an open look, as I think she picks up a foul right there.
And that was tough defense there by the Lady Dogs. I believe they'll get Carly Everett, the freshman. Wait, no, they will get Zoe Chilton on the foul. And the first free throw, no good. Number two, also no good. Rebounded by the Lady Dogs, tipped a couple of times, and Everett was there to come up with it. Everett drives, back to Chilton. Oh, wanted to take another three, but too much hesitation there, Cam, and they'll get Chilton on the walk.
Yeah, that just comes from decisiveness. Be confident in the shot if you're going to take it. Be confident in the drive if you're going to drive.
And Marley Ayers checks into the game for Lehner for Columbia Academy. We have him driving through the lane, left-handed layup, no good, rebounded by Chilton. The Lady Dogs have been doing a great job of getting some big rebounds so far in this game. 2 minutes now to go in the first quarter. And Chilton almost gets caught again on a travel, but she does get the ball away. Warren dishes to Bentley. Bentley finds Gordon. Gordon now to Everett. Everett well guarded, tries to dish to Gordon, and it's tipped out of bounds. The official say by Charlie Hutchison of Columbia Academy, so it will stay with Hickman County.
Josh, that's the sign of a young player right there, going towards another defender. Carly, as she gets older, will learn, hey, if I'm in trouble, I'm looking away from the person right next to me. I know you think they're an easy pass, but they're not always the easiest.
Oh, it's tipped away and taken away by Columbia Academy, but a nice job by Gordon, knock it loose. And it will go out of bounds on Columbia Academy. The ball will stay with Hickman, and that's just a great hustle play right there, Cam.
Yeah, absolutely. It was looking like a breakaway layup or at least a foul for that young lady, and Gordon coming up from behind getting that steal is huge.
And Everett now in possession, tries to get rid of it, and will be fouled by Columbia Academy. It's been a very physical game so far, Cam. We've seen a lot of fouls going both ways. And Delaney King will check in for Zoe Chilton.
Yeah, not a lot of hard fouls, a lot of they're definitely not going to let the game get out of control tonight based on the way they're calling it. And I hope they stick with that, and as long as they stick with it, you can't complain.
And that pass in sails out of bounds, and it will be Columbia Academy basketball. So Columbia Academy now in control. Shirley with the ball. Oh, and Bentley takes a tumble there. She recovers nicely. And a three-point attempt by Collins. No good, well off the mark, rebounded by Everett. Everett looking for help up the floor, finds Bentley. Up the left side of the court now. Gordon now in the corner, dribbles back around to the wing, kicks it out to Everett. Everett looking for help, dribbles in, a bullet pass to Gordon at that right corner. Looking, looked like she had Bentley, doesn't take the pass, now dishes to Bentley in the right corner. Nice bounce pass to King, King back out to Everett, nice snag there by Everett. Now to Warren, Warren driving in at the free throw stripe, dishes out to Everett. Pump fakes a three, drives in, kicks it all the way across the way to Gordon. Oh, and back to Bentley. These are some tough passes these Lady Dogs are making here.
Yeah,
Warren
they're not making
out,
these on themselves,
King
Josh.
just shy of the three-point line, falls short, rebounded by Shirley of Columbia Academy.
Yeah, honestly, you can't hate the possession there. They used it, made purposeful passes, but...
And King with a box out there, but they will get King on a push-off there on Collins, and it will go the way of Columbia Academy. That shot, I think she was just shy of the three-point line, so it would have been a two-pointer, but it kicks off anyway, and they will send Collins to the line. .3 seconds to go in the first quarter. 5-7, still your score in favor of Hickman County. First free throw, no good by Columbia Academy.
Josh, a bucket here at the end of the quarter would be huge for these young ladies. Tying it up, going into the second quarter would be massive to get momentum going their way. Both teams are quite stagnant right now.
That second free throw falls. Now 5 seconds. Warren with some urgency up the floor. Driving in. Mid-range shot denied by Columbia Academy. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. A first quarter that had plenty of action, a lot of physicality, with plenty more still on the way. We'll be right back here on WNKX.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
Yeah, it's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life.
Your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
And welcome back here to Anderson Fieldhouse here in Columbia, Tennessee. Your Hickman County Lady Dogs on the road here against Columbia Academy. They lead after one 7-6, but Columbia Academy will be in possession of the ball to start the second quarter of play as we are underway. Hutchison dishes to Shirley. Shirley at the left wing, guarded by Warren. Warren now to Collins with the ball, guarded by Bentley. Then Gordon there to pick her up. Shirley driving in, tries for a mid-range shot, pulls it up and down, and that hesitation there forces the walk. Hickman County basketball.
Yeah, great job to go up and help right there. Force her to kind of freak out for a second. That caused the walk. Great job there on the Bulldog defense. Well, Hickman County Bulldog defense.
Now Floyd at the left wing. Gives to King up top. Now to Bentley. Now to Floyd. It's tipped out of bounds by Hutchison and Cam. This Columbia Academy team is so fast.
That young lady Hutchison, she has gotten in the passing lanes all night. That's probably what, her 5th or 6th deflected pass, and she's been all over it. She just can't seem to catch the ball. If she had caught one, we'd be in trouble as Floyd makes a floater right there.
That was a beautiful shot there by Floyd, her 6th point of the day. Columbia Academy now driving, very quick to the basket. No good. Shot attempted there by Maya Keaton. Now Floyd taking a bullet pass to Gordon in the corner, back to Floyd. Floyd driving into the paint. Nice pass to Warren over the outstretched arms of Collins. Kick out. Floyd, open 3. No good. And it kicks way out, rebounded by Keaton of Columbia Academy.
Josh, I love that shot right there. I know she missed it. I want to see her keep shooting it. If these young a little momentum, they can win this. They can pull away with this.
And Hutchison there, a missed shot, a rare sight from someone so talented, rebounded by the Lady Dogs of Hickman County. Bentley driving in, looking for help, finds Gordon. Gordon kicks over to Bentley at the right wing. Bentley back to Gordon. Driving in will dish off to King. King looking for help. Oh, a tough pass to Bentley, nice snag. Oh, and it's tipped, and the pass from Bentley looking for Warren, I believe, was denied. And Columbia Academy quickly trying to drive it back the other way. Collins, quick step back 3, no good, rebounded. Right there is Delaney King. And Cam, it looks like Columbia Academy is just rushing themselves a little bit.
Yeah, they're not really setting up. They're not playing any offense. They're just kind of shooting the ball when they see the first opportunity. I think that's really where we're getting them is they're shooting one low-quality shot, and we're getting the rebound. They're very limited on what they're doing right now and what they're able to do.
And Gordon there is bumped by Keaton. The foul will be on Columbia Academy.
Number 11, Maya Keaton, her first.
Bentley will be the one to throw it in. Oh, a tough pass to King. And she tries to go up for the bucket, and she is fouled by Lehner, and that will send Delaney King to the line.
Josh, for as stagnant and as unsuccessful, honestly, as this Hickman County offense has been, they have not allowed these CA Dogs, as Delaney King misses the first, they've not allowed the Columbia Academy Bulldogs to get anything going either. And I think it's all come down to rebounds so far as King knocks down another.
So King goes 1 for 2 there on free throws. 10-6 your score now in favor of Hickman. 5:30 to go in the half. A shot here just outside of the 3-point line. They will just give her 2 on the shot. And that was Hutchison. Warren now with the ball. Top left for Hickman County. Being well guarded. And she is fouled by Shirley. And it looks like Chilton about to sub back in. And she will. She will take Nola Bentley's spot. As Chilton immediately called to arms here, she will throw it in for the Lady Dogs, and she finds Floyd on the other side of the mid-court line. Floyd, nice screen there by King. Floyd driving in. Left-handed layup, a little too much mustard on there, but Gordon comes up with it through all the chaos, and her putback is no good, rebounded by CA.
Josh, I'd love to see that more. A pick and roll with Miss Floyd is incredible.
And an open look there by Shirley for CA, no good. And the ball will go out of bounds on Columbia Academy, Hickman County Bulldog basketball. So Chilton here to throw it in from the far side. Finds an open Gordon. Gordon double team, tries to find Chilton. The pass leads her too far, and it hits off the scorer's table. Turnover, Hickman County CA ball. And that will force Coach Gavin Gordon to call a timeout to talk things over. And Cam, even with this sloppy basketball we've been seeing Hickman County play, they're still on the lead, right? They've still been doing several things right, and I've been happy with how a lot of the defensive looks have been for Hickman County. I think if this stout defense continues, it's a good recipe for success. I think the rebounds have been there, but I think so long as Hickman County can clean it up on offense, I think we'll see this lead start to widen a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. I've said it again and again. These girls are rebounding the crap out of the ball, and as long as they continue to do that, it's going to put Columbia Academy in a situation where they are only allowed to get one shot, and they better make that one shot. And they're not taking quality shots at all. So it's a recipe for success for us.
Another forced turnover there by Hickman County. Floyd driving it herself, a little coast to coast for Ava Floyd, her 8th point of the game. 12-8 your score now, Hickman County. 4:20 to go in the half. Collins the ball up top, guarded by Floyd. These dishes to Hutchison.
She makes things happen.
And from 3, it's Lehner.
She makes things happen.
And from 3, it's Lehner. No good, off the rim. Chilton goes with the rebound, but knocks it to Warren. Warren comes up with it, and she is fouled by Columbia Academy. And that was a nice job by Warren to be aggressive, to be strong. That was just pure basketball fundamentals there by Warren.
Yeah, first it's the tip by Chilton, and then the aggressiveness of Warren to go get that ball. That's huge right there, because if they had got another second chance at that, you're giving them another opportunity to get back in this game. The better we rebound, the farther out we keep them from getting back in this.
Nice screen by King. Warren drives in, kicks out to Floyd. Floyd along the baseline, drives in. Nice floater. Oh, and it falls. What a pretty shot by Ava Floyd. But Hutchison quickly drives in. Columbia Academy wasting no time trying to answer back. Now Shirley driving in, back out to Keaton, the 3. No good. Tipped out by Columbia Academy, and it will be Hickman County basketball. Hickman County now, Cam, starting to gain some momentum now.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. And you could tell that these Columbia Academy girls are getting really frustrated. Their press isn't working. They're not finding the hole as Delaney King drives right in and gets a bucket. Timeout, Columbia Academy.
And that was one of the most aggressive plays I've seen by Delaney King. She drove in, really asserted herself underneath and put it up left-handed. We know she is a southpaw by nature, so that works out to her advantage as she was on that left side of the floor. And what a nice shot to widen the lead, 16-8. And if you're Coach Gordon, you love seeing CA having to take a timeout to collect themselves.
Yeah, definitely forcing a timeout is big. When you're playing a tougher opponent or an opponent that, especially an opponent that's not really found their footing in the game, they're kind of discombobulated. If you can put them down in a hole, all they're going to do is keep caving in on themselves. So that's what we hope to see continue here.
So both teams emerge from their timeouts. Columbia Academy in white, Hickman County wearing the blackout unis tonight with a hint of red. And a touch pass there, Hutchison to Shirley. Shirley kicks back out to Keaton. Keaton driving in. A nice hook layup there by CA. 10-16 now your score, 2.5 to go in the half. Oh, and a tough pass there. Out of bounds on Gordon. CA ball. Now CA with a chance to get some momentum of their own here following the Hickman County Bulldog turnover.
Yeah, Josh, right there. Instead of looking to the sideline, I want to see Warren look to the middle. The middle's where it's going to be open most of the time, and it's going to be your safest place to pass.
And Shirley dishes to Keaton. Keaton looking for some help. Finds Shirley underneath. Spin move, shot over Warren, and it will not fall. Rebounded by Chilton, a nice rebound as she came flying in and secured that with one hand. It's now Warren taking up the left side of the floor. Nice screen by King. Warren wants to drive herself, puts it up. No good, a little too much mustard on it, and it's tipped out of bounds by CA. Hickman County maintains possession. Just under 2 minutes to go now. Bulldogs of Hickman lead by 6. Chilton looking for help, just chucks it and finds Gordon back near the logo. Gordon drives in but steps back and dribbles back to the right wing, looking for help now. Finds Floyd. King looking for a screen there. Floyd pulls up from the top. No good. Oh, and it's rebounded by Hutchison. Taking up the left side of the floor. Hutchison, mid-range, shot blocked by Haley Gordon. Gets her hand up there, and it will stay with CA. But that is a great defensive play there by Gordon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough move by Hutchison, and for Gordon to keep up with that move right there, that's a wonderful job by her. Also, on the offensive end, Ava Floyd taking that pick and roll three. Honestly, I love that shot because that could really get her going.
And Shirley's three is no good, and a nice heads-up play by Warren to tip it away from a CA defender right to Haley Gordon. High IQ basketball play there. Now Warren crossing the logo on the left side. King sets a screen. Warren drives in to the free throw stripe, kicks out to Floyd. Floyd driving in. Oh, and she has a nice lane, misses the layup. Well, they're going to say it goes the way of CA. Could have gone either way there. But now, Cam, that's a shot we're not really accustomed to seeing missed there by Ava Floyd. She had a fairly open lane there.
I think it was just a rush job. I think she got in, and she knew that she was open, and she was like, well, I got to get it up now while I'm open instead of just taking the time to make the shot.
Hutchison driving in, now dribbles back out and looks, oh, a nice play by Warren to get her hand on it, but it does stay with CA. Shirley drives, oh, a mid-range floater there, and it falls. 16-12 now, Hickman leads, 45 seconds in the half. A bullet pass there to Warren. Floyd dribbles in, oh, mid-range shot contested, no good, but Floyd gets her own rebound. Tries to pass underneath the King, and she comes up with it. Back out to Warren. Now you can take time to set up, and Chilton says from three, and it's good! Off the backboard, Zoe Chilton.
First Federal just called the bank is back open, baby.
Did she call that? Did she yell bank before she shot it? Oh, and dribbles in, and it's a charge on Columbia Academy. Hickman County with a chance for even more points before the half.
Josh, if these girls can get at 2 more buckets before this half, it's going into the halftime locker room, and those girls from Columbia Academy are having a tough time looking at themselves going, we got to pick up. We're down. It's a great look for the Hickman County Dogs.
Now 11 seconds, play with the ball just shy of the logo. They want to run this clock as low as they can. Now at 5, hands to Chilton. Chilton is just going to pull up. No good, it's just off the rim. Man, how electric would that have been? So close, but still a phenomenal way to end the first half. And at the end of the first half, Hickman County 19, Columbia Academy 12. Still a half of basketball to go. Don't go anywhere here on WNKX.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cutting the shareable squares.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago Tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life.
Your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the Energy Pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
and welcome back to WNKX Live. We appreciate you joining us here, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook, and we appreciate the crew we have. Sarah Beth McClanahan, our camerawoman for the night. I'm Josh Copley, the play-by-play announcer, joined by my favorite color commentator, Cameron Peters. And Cam, it was the first half that looked fairly evenly matched, right? Both teams have made similar mistakes, I think, but at the end of one half, Hickman County leads currently by 7, 19-12. Now, looking at the score sheet here, Ava Floyd, of course, the leading scorer, but we did see a big three by Zoe Chilton, the big three by Chloe Warren. But we also saw Delaney King being aggressive. We saw King and we saw Chilton playing a physical underneath. We saw them getting plenty of boards, and I think that is probably one of the biggest reasons why Hickman County leads right now.
Yeah, we talked about it at the start of the broadcast. That's the biggest part of the game today, keeping these Columbia Academy Bulldogs to one shot of possession. Keeping them limited to one shot, and the defense that we were playing, it hadn't been a quality shot, Josh. So keeping them to low quality shots and only one of them, that's a recipe for success. It doesn't, you got to remember, Josh, it doesn't matter how you get there. All that matters is you got more points than the other team at the end. So
I couldn't have said it better myself. We're now 30 seconds away from resuming second half basketball here at Anderson Fieldhouse in Columbia, Tennessee. All right, both teams have now taken the floor. Bentley will be the one throwing it in from the sideline at midcourt for the Bulldogs. And a whistle blows. They will redo the pass in here. Bentley into Warren. Warren finds Bentley at the left wing, well guarded. Pass to King, almost loses a handle. Oh, what a pass by King underneath the Floyd. She couldn't capitalize with a shot, though. The Floyd will go back to King. King powers in. No good. Just off the rim, rebounded by CA. Now CA, it's Hutchison at the left wing. Driving it on Floyd, kicks it back out to Keaton. Keaton, quick pass to Shirley. Shirley back up to Hutchison. Fairly open three, and she got it. 15-19 your score in favor of Hickman County, and Cam, we knew it was a matter of time before Hutchison started finding her groove beyond the perimeter.
yeah, Josh, that's right. And Warren driving in for the walk. But see, the Columbia Academy Bulldogs came out. They look like they are very decisive. I know it was one possession, but they came out with a plan. And coming out looking sharp is a sign of life for them.
So Keaton to Shirley. Shirley back up to Hutchison. Now to the corner, that's Collins. Collins driving in, guarded by Bentley, tries to spin move. Nothing there, nice defense by Bentley. Now to Keaton. Keaton kicks it back out to Hutchison. Hutchison driving in, passes across the way. Collins, left corner three, no good. Oh, rebounded by Keaton, passes in to Shirley, and a tough mid-range shot. That was a very physical play there by CA, and one that had a lot of success. Now they've taken it now into a one-possession game, 17-19, CA trails.
Yeah, they came out guns a-blazing so far this quarter. Defense is looking energetic, and the offense is looking sharp. These Lady Dogs, Hickman County Lady Dogs, better pick it up as Floyd draws a foul.
And that was a tough shot there by Floyd. It looked like it was almost with the fall in for a second, but a little too much mustard on it. And that will send number 20 to the free throw line. If you're CA, probably the last person you want to send to the line.
Josh, they look like butter. It could be dangerous from here on out for these Columbia Academy Bulldogs, because if that shot's falling, it's going to be a long night.
And Floyd goes 2 for 2 there on her free throws. 21-17 your score. Collins in the corner for CA. Now out to Shirley. Now up to Keaton. Hutchison now swings it. Lehner from three. Won't fall. Kicks off the back of the rim. Tipped away and taken by Delaney King. Bentley now driving. Oh, and it's tipped away and stolen. Hutchison now breakaway. One-on-one. Her on Floyd. Step up. Layup. No good. Off the rim. But rebounded Now Shirley from three. It's good. Man, a big break there for CA and Cam. Goes back to what we were talking to. You cannot give this Columbia Academy team multiple chances to shoot because they will make one of them count.
Yeah, we did it in the first half well, but it doesn't really matter who your opponent is. If you're giving them second chance opportunities, the second chance is usually easier. And so we really got to get on the boards right now. I don't know. Somebody has to make the decision on defense. Hey, we're going to bury in and we're going to play defense.
Floyd with the ball. Screen by King. Floyd drives around the left side, goes up mid-range, no good. And King gets a hand on it, knocks it to Bentley. Now Warren from three, no good. Rebounded again by the Lady Dogs. Back to Bentley, some quick passes now from the Dogs. Chilton wide open, the corner. Falls short, and Warren gets a hand in there to knock it away, trying to find a teammate, but it goes out of bounds. CA basketball. CA just trails by a point now, 20-21, 4:45 to go in the third.
Josh, I love seeing those offensive rebounds. What I don't love is not capitalizing on the opportunity. These young ladies, don't get me wrong, they worked hard on the boards just then, but I want to see them dedicate themselves to taking the time to make a good shot. Don't rush your shot. It won't go in if you rush it.
Collins now guarded by Floyd. Tries to drive in, passes it over to Hutchison in the wing, out of the corner. Shirley driving in on the baseline, and they'll get a foul on Hickman.
Number 3, Chloe Warren.
They get Chloe Warren on the foul, her first of the game. Shirley there to pass it in for CA. A deep pass to Collins. Corralled, now dished to Hutchison. Hutchison to Shirley, quick three from the wing, and no good. And then over the back there, called on CA. I believe they got Maya Keaton there for the foul, and it will be Hickman ball.
Yeah, great box out there from King, forcing the girl to get it over the back. We need that kind of dedication throughout the rest of this game to those boards. Keeping them off the boards of second chances is going to be big.
King there to set a screen for Floyd. Floyd driving in, kicks out. Chilton hesitated, now takes the shot, and it falls short. Off the leg of a CA defender taken in by the Hickman County Bulldogs. Floyd, a deep three, and she got it! That was a smooth shot, and Cam, they can't let her get hot.
They cannot let her get hot because with that young lady, when it rains, it pours.
So CA now with the ball, down by 4. Hickman leads by 4, 24-20. Pump fake on a three is Lehner, now gives off to Shirley. Guarded up top by Warren. Shirley tries to drive in, kicks to Keaton at the right wing. Out of the left wing to Hutchison. Almost stolen by Gordon. Hutchison drives in a wild shot. No good. And they'll say Hickman County basketball. I think she lost a handle there, Cam. I know the CA faithful here wants it to be CA ball. They thought it was tipped, but I think she just lost handle there a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too, Josh. But I want to see these Hickman County Lady Dogs turn this into a bucket on this end. Capitalize on their mistake, and that's what we have to do to keep them out of the game.
Oh, a nice move by Chilton. Kicks to King. Mid-range shot. It falls.
Exactly what I just talked about, Josh. I love seeing that take from Delaney King. These young ladies look confident in their shot tonight, and I want to keep shooting.
Shirley drives in, kicks out to Lehner. Lehner almost loses the handle, but gets it back to Keaton. Keaton driving on Chilton. The pass sails over the outstretched arms of Reese Shirley, and it will go the way of Hickman County. And Cam, Hickman County starting to get some of that momentum back. And what I love from Delaney King, it seems like she is more comfortable shooting a mid-range than she is a layup. And I think if she can perfect that shot, she will be lethal in the latter games of the season.
Josh, I just want to see her shoot more. I want to see everyone shoot more instead of, oh, great move there by Floyd off the backboard, though.
And now CA with a breakaway. Collins, layup, no good. And it was a scrap there under the bucket. And they blow the whistle, and I believe they'll get, by her reaction, Chloe Warren on the foul, waiting for the official decision. No, they'll get Haley Gordon there on the foul. Very physical basketball, the Lady Dogs playing underneath. The ball is passed in by Ayers to Shirley. Now Collins has it up top left. Passes to Shirley. Pump fakes a three. Floyd bites, dribbles into the free throw stripe, puts it up and good. And that was a very impressive move there by Shirley. You have to give credit where it's due.
I was just about to say that. It's a tough move there by that young lady to get that pump fake and drive past. It was a beautiful move.
Lady Dogs of Hickman now on offense. Floyd up top. Dribbles in and steps back. Looking. Oh, a tough pass to Chilton. Tries to thread the needle, but it goes the other way. CA now driving. Hutchison tries to go. Chilton there gets a hand on the ball. And Hutchison able to get rid of it to Shirley. Driving in. Hutchison, tough shot. No good, but she does draw the foul on Haley Gordon.
Josh, anytime I see this young lady do something, all I can think of is Paige Buchers, the point guard for UConn. She has a crossover just like her. She shoots her jump shot just like her, and she's very shifty just like her. This is a very impressive young lady.
And the first free throw by Hutchison is no good. They have King and Chilton looking ready to go to get a rebound. Second free throw up, and this one does fall. Cuts the lead to 3. Hickman 26, CA 23, just under 1:45 to go in the third quarter.
Josh, whatever come may, I want to see this possession at least end in a shot as Ava Floyd drives in.
Oh, and she gets a bucket, but they do call a foul.
On the floor. But that's number 4 on number 4 for Columbia Academy. She's a starter. That could put him in a tough situation there.
Now Warren drives in, kicks it back out to Zoe. Zoe looking, decides to take a shot, does not. Now to Floyd. Nice screen. Deep 2 there. And it rattles in and out. But it goes off the hands of Columbia Academy. Man, that's one of those shots where you can't hang your head too much on them because sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. A great look, a pretty good shot, decent arc on the shot. But all the same, it's Hickman ball.
Yeah, it just felt, it's one of those, it feels right out of the hand and it just clangs around just enough to miss.
Oh, and a beautiful pass by Floyd to King, and King capitalizes.
That pick and roll action between those two young ladies is amazing. I'm loving that tonight. I want to see more of that throughout the rest of the season.
Oh, it's knocked away and taken away. Floyd, now the breakaway. Hutchison trying to stop her. Oh, and it's swatted away. That looked like one of those LeBron James rundowns Cam Hutchison did right there.
Blocked by James.
But Hickman County maintains it, so still looking pretty good for us. And Gordon now driving in, tries. She does sink the layup, but that is the second time in the last 2 minutes that Hickman County's had a shot taken off the board because of an early foul.
Yeah, maybe we just need to start pulling a James hard and just flicking it up as soon as we get touched.
Gordon out the left wing, dribbles in, past the free throw stripe, kicks to Floyd. King looking to set a screen. Floyd driving in, looking for help. Oh, she's getting double teamed there, but she does get it away to Warren. Warren driving in, back out to Gordon. Gordon dribbles in, back out to Chilton. Oh, and Collins misses the takeaway opportunity. Oh, and Chilton, the ball is knocked away from behind. And a very smart timeout called there by Coach Gordon. It looked like things were getting a little dicey there underneath the basket.
Yeah, absolutely. It was starting to get where it was just total madness, but great job there by Coach Gordon. Great timeout, but great job on our girls to not turn that ball over, to keep possession of that ball, even though it was going everywhere.
So the Bulldogs currently up by 5. Hickman County up by 5, 28-23, with 14.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. So Warren dribbles in now, guarded by Hutchison. Oh, a tough shot there, no good. And King knocks it out, and it will be taken away by Columbia Academy. Oh, well guarded there by Hickman, and they can't get a shot off, and that is tough defense there by the Lady Dogs of Hickman County.
Yeah, that was a beautiful job there by those young ladies, causing a no shot to end the quarter. We all know that a shot to end the quarter is tough to go into the next quarter because that's a dagger. These young ladies prevented that. Honestly, for us, that could be a dagger to Columbia Academy for not allowing them a shot, for being that good in transition, and great job there by Zoe Chilton to run down that ball.
So after an exciting third quarter, 28-23 your score. We'll be right back here on WNKX.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life,
your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the Energy Pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
And both teams now back on the court as there are 8 minutes left to go to decide this one. Hickman 28, CA 23. The Lady Dogs looking to close out what would be a huge victory here on the road to start this week. On Collins in the corner. Now up to Shirley. Now to Hutchison, guarded by Gordon. Now to Collins, Bentley there to greet her. Now Shirley, right wing, doesn't take the three, dribbles back out. Warren there, nice defense. A nice touch pass to Hutchison, tipped away by King. King, it's a mad dash, keeps it in bounds. Oh, and she loses her balance. And it stays with CA. Mid-range shot by Shirley, and it falls, a tough shot.
Yeah, Josh, that's a tough possession where crazy things happen. You fumble around, and they just end up with an open shot.
So Gordon now with the ball. Drives in, Keaton guarding her. Dishes, King, wanted to shoot it but pulls it down, now dribbles in. Now to Gordon, looks for three in the left corner. No good, overshot it. But Floyd there with a tough rebound, and she is fouled by Columbia Academy.
Josh, our Lady Dogs are getting all over the boards on both ends. And if the rebound battle is even in this game, we're losing. So the hustle on the boards is total credit for this, us winning right now.
Oh, and Floyd driving in, tough shot there, won't fall. Look a little forced right there, Cam. And they try to find Collins, either try to take advantage of the numbers, and Warren knocks it away. And a delayed foul called there. That's tough, sometimes it happens, but a nice play there to hustle and try to knock that away by Warren, because if she doesn't, that might be an easy basket there by CA. Keaton there to pass it in and finds Collins, top of the key. Keaton has it the right wing. Back up top to Shirley. Now to Hutchison. Hutchison wants to drive on Gordon. Gordon, a nice job there to keep Hutchison in front of her. Floyd meets Collins along the baseline, kicks it out. Oh, and Lehner tries to save it, but to no avail. Hickman County takes over, and that is phenomenal. Tough defense by Floyd there along that baseline.
Yeah, all these girls are doing just enough to cause enough havoc for the Columbia Academy offense to keep them out of balance and out of sync. They haven't been able to get anything going because of that. As a turnover from Floyd, Columbia Academy going the other way.
So Collins now in possession up the left side. He finds Keaton. 6:05 to go. Oh, and Hutchison loses control a little bit. The pass a little high, has to kick it out. Shirley from three, no good. On a tough play there by King. These ladies are getting physical, Cam, on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a battle on both ends, especially inside rebounding. There's been a few no calls, and you know, I don't even hate the no calls. There's a illegal screen there called on Lanier going the Hickman County Lady Dogs way.
And that will be Lehner they get for the offensive foul. Hickman County needed this with a chance to widen it beyond a possession. 28-25 your score in favor of Hickman. Warren driving in. Oh, a tough shot by Warren, and it falls.
Josh, that's a great take there. I want to see that. I want to see more from her. She's the quickest player on the floor almost every game we play. I want to see her take advantage of that.
And Shirley tries a deep three. It won't fall. Now Keaton driving and kicks it back out to Hutchison in the right corner. Now to Shirley. Warren on Shirley. Now to Collins. Bentley there to meet her. Keaton with the ball now beyond the perimeter. Now to Hutchison. Back to Shirley. Oh, and they call a foul on Chloe Warren. A little too much contact there. We saw Keaton go down.
Josh, that's a tough foul there. That's 3 on Chloe Warren. I know she's not quite in the danger zone, but she does have to be careful.
CA passes it in. Hutchison now to Keaton. Keaton back to Shirley. Now Keaton wanted to pull up, fakes it, drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Collins. Now Shirley at the right wing. Tries to pass it to Hutchison. Going there to meet her. A handoff to Shirley. Tries to go up. No good. But she is fouled, and that will send Reese Shirley to the free throw line.
Almost an and one right there. Great job going through contact from that young lady.
And the first one falls.
Josh, right now, I want us to get something going on offense. Let's pull away from this. A 3-point lead against the Columbia Academy team is never a safe lead, as Columbia Academy now comes out in a press.
But Hickman able to get it in. A very soft press there by Columbia Academy as Floyd now with the ball up the left side of the floor. Definitely taking your time. Nice screen by King. Floyd tries to drive in, loses handle a bit, and kicks it back out to Warren, who secures the ball. Some tight coverage here by Columbia Academy. Now Floyd towards the right corner. He's going to drive along the baseline. Tries a tough pass to King. Nothing there. And they do get CA on the offensive foul. And we saw it looked like a slight upper motion there, but I don't think it was enough. But that's a tough call to make. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, and that's 5 on her, Josh. She's out of the game. That's a huge difference maker. She was their best shot maker from deep tonight. And that being her fouling out is really tough for Columbia Academy. We got to take advantage of this.
But now CA, a very talented team with a lot of great shooters. Shirley won't be the only one taking shots. So as much as that does help Hickman, the job's not finishing. Gordon, tries a tough short shot, won't fall, but gets her own rebound and dribbles back out to reset. 4:05 to go. Hickman up 30-27. Hutchison on Warren. And gives it off to Gordon, and a timeout called by Coach Gordon. He saw his girls getting a little bit of trouble, a little rattled maybe there. They didn't want to lose control of it, so a very smart timeout by Coach Gordon.
Yeah, when you're in a situation like this, if you see your offense get rattled at all, and you have enough timeouts to spare if you're Coach Gordon, great timeout there. It just puts you in a position that doesn't force you to now be in a 1-point lead or even tied from a dumb mistake that you could have prevented with the timeout.
And Cam, a lot of the games that we've seen Hickman County play, whether they've won or lost, they've all been decided, it seems like, by 10 points or more, right? So this is one of the rare times this season that we've seen Hickman County have to go into crunch time, right? A very close game late in the fourth quarter. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the Hickman County Lady Dogs battle through this adversity and how they finish off strong.
Yeah, again, we're early in this season. It's a great test to be up this close in a game. It's really going to prove the strength of your team, the trust in each other, and win or loss, this is a great situation to be in to learn no matter what.
Bentley pass into where Warren drives in, kicks it back out to Bentley. Now to Gordon, guarded by Collins. Passes to King up top. King wants to drive in. Nice spin move, mid-range. And one for Delaney King. No, they say offensive foul. And that was such a beautiful play taken off the board. Man, that is a tough break there for Hickman. And now you have to just bear down here, whether you agree with the call. And Keaton, wide open three. No, it doesn't fall. Rebounded by the Lady Dogs, and Keaton secures it. Look at that physical offense there. And Gordon driving in, 2, It won't fall, but that will send Haley Gordon to the line.
Josh, these last, 20, 30 seconds have been absolute madness on both ends. Whether or not that's a walk from Delaney King, I don't know, but if you're the Lady Dogs, you got to immediately take that and be like, all right, hey, I got to lock in on defense. I got to change what I'm doing here. And I got to pay attention. On the offensive end, hey, we're going to make smart passes. We're going to get the ball up the floor. Right now, you're up by 3. You have to realize that there needs to be an urgency, but you can't play out of control. As Delaney King knocks down her last free throw, her second free throw.
Hutchinson drives in. Great defense by Floyd, but they do get Ava on a foul, and that will send Hutchinson to the line, someone you definitely don't want to see shooting free throws at this stage of the game. Now, Cam, what's great is, Hutchinson misses this first one, but Hickman County not quite in the foul trouble yet, really any of the girls. The most we have is 3, and Floyd, Warren, and Gordon are all tied with 3, so still a few to spare with 3:13 to go in this game.
Yeah, and we just brought in Chilton to give us more physicality. Honestly, having her on the boards is going to be big in these last few minutes with King battling as hard as she is.
And Warren gets it taken away by Hutchinson. Lady Dogs need to lock it in here on defense. They only lead by 3 with under 3 minutes to go, 31-28 your score. Hutchinson mid-range shot off the back of the rim. Oh, a tough rebound by Warren. And Warren trying to rip it away. And I believe that will send Warren to the line. Waiting to see the official. And they do get Hutchinson there on the foul.
I don't know if that was a tech or coach's violation down here on this end. Maybe just a warning, but the refs just called something on the Columbia Academy coach.
So, if you're warned, you have to hit at least one of these, right? Widen it to be on to one possession game. First one on the way, no good. But she does have one more here to give.
Yeah, you got to knock this one down right here. Just 4 points is way bigger in the minds of players than 3 because you can get 3 in one shot as she misses the second.
Hutchinson here driving up the floor. Columbia Academy with a lot of urgency here. 2:40 to go. Keaton with the ball. And the shot is no good. Hutchinson with a tough rebound. Kicks it back out to Slaughter. Slaughter to Lehner. Lehner to Collins. Now CA looks to reset under 2.5 now. Collins wants to drive in, looking for help. Finds Lehner. Collins, open 3. Won't fall. Hutchinson gets the rebound. And the foul will be called on Hutchinson. And the head coach of Columbia Academy has received a technical.
Josh, whatever madness is happening right now, these young ladies on the Hickman County Lady Dogs need to step up and make these free throws. These are big free throws. They need to put it in their hands of somebody who's going to sit there, knock them down, and get us this expanded lead so it can be a little more comfortable.
Now, Cam, I think what's important too, basketball can be emotional, right? Tempers can flare. With the Lady Dogs, you have to settle down. You have to play in the moment. You can't let your emotions get the best of you, and that's what I want to see out of Hickman County in these last 2 minutes. And Gordon cannot make her 2 free throws, and Cam, the free throw line has been the bane of our existence so far at the end of this game. But Floyd now is to take a shot, and Floyd sinks one. So the technical will add on a couple of shots here. Floyd has one more. And she sinks her second, and that is huge. That is a big player doing big things in a big moment.
Absolutely. Great job by Ava Floyd right there to step up and say, hey, don't worry, I'll make it. Relying on her has been huge in this game. She's been an enforcer on offense, as she always is. But, again, I want to see some good shots. I want to see some not necessarily careful basketball, but as I've said before, purposeful basketball by these Lady Dogs on offense.
And the pass in by Floyd goes up the foot of a CA defender. Chilton now to throw it in. And a quick pass to Floyd. guarded by Keaton. Floyd, a tough drive. Owen tries to pass it in, but off the hands of King. That was a bullet there, Cam.
Yeah, if you're not expecting it, it's a hard one to catch unless you put it right in their chest. Great job there by Ava Floyd to get past her defender and look for the open player, though.
Hutchison with a shot, it falls short. Oh, and they can't get the rebound. Some miscommunication there between Floyd and Chilton, and that is a play you need to have right there, Cam, if you want to win this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. But hey, you got to put it behind you. You got 2 minutes of basketball left. Go out and win this one.
Oh, a tough play there by Gordon, trying to play defense, but she will get fouled. And now with 2 minutes, Cam, now Haley finds herself in foul trouble at 4. And it looks like Nola Kate is set to come in for her. And Cam, and this late in the game, we haven't seen Bentley with any buckets yet, but there was ever a time for Nola Kate to say, I'm a senior, I'm going to take charge of this team. Now's the time to do it. Oh, and the first free throw rattles out.
Yeah, if I'm Nola Kate, I'm sitting at the three-point line patiently, making that. The CA defense is overplaying right now, but they have to. If I'm her, I'm waiting for the opportunity for the defense to be absolute chaos, sitting there with my hands ready to shoot the basketball.
And the second free throw for Collins falls in. 29-33, your score in favor of Hickman County. Now under 2 minutes. Floyd driving in, guarded by Keaton. Floyd looking for some help, hands off to Bentley. Bentley passes, King. Now back to Bentley. Now this is where you can start chewing some clock. There's no shot clock. Looking for help, gives to Chilton. Chilton double team, rips it away, and passes back to Bentley. A tough physical play by Zoe Chilton.
Yeah, Josh, interesting no call there. It was a walk by Chilton, but it was probably also a foul by CA. So
when Floyd gets a little loose with the ball, Hutchison playing some tough defense. Oh, and Coach Gordon, Ava Floyd potentially saved by the bell right there. Another big-time timeout by Coach Gordon.
Yeah, that ref down there had that hand ready to call 5 seconds. He was about ready to fire it off, but great timing there by Coach to call that timeout and get us out of that situation. Now, with that, we have no movement off ball right now. We are looking stagnant on offense. You cannot have that in these situations. This is the most important time to be moving off ball, to be making sure that these defenders are having to play defense the entire time, whether you have the ball or not. You have to make them dedicate themselves to you as the offensive player. And when you play like that in these late games and they're overplaying and they're hustling and they're flying everywhere, you're going to get open shots. We have to move off ball.
So it looks like Chilton will be the one throwing it in for Hickman County. Looking for help. Bounce pass to Warren. Warren needs to get some space, and she does. Dribbles it out. Dribbles back out. Looking for space, guarded by Keaton. And Warren looking for help. And a jump ball is called, and that will stay with Hickman County. A fortunate break there for the Lady Dogs of Hickman.
Josh, you cannot pick up your dribble from that far away. Chloe Warren has to know that. You have got to be careful with picking up your dribble in these situations.
Now Floyd wants to drive in, and she's going to take it to the basket. Left-handed layup. It falls! And Hickman County needed that in a big way as the lead now widens.
That's the kind of look you got to look for late in these games, a good quality shot.
And a quick shot, won't fall. King rebounds it. And Hickman County looking to regain possession now. 45 seconds to go. Floyd up the floor. And Hutchison had to foul right there to stop the clock at 43.9. Hickman leads 35-29.
Josh, that's her fourth. So that's number 5 on Miss Hutchison tonight. Number 4 on Miss Hutchison tonight. She's got one more to give, and CA needs her in these last few minutes. She's got to be careful.
And Floyd knocks down both free throws, and that is huge for the Lady Dogs as the lead widens to 8. 40 seconds. And CA, they're going to try to get quick shots off, and the shot goes up and it falls with a chance to complete a three-point play as a foul will be called.
Basket is good. Foul on the shot, number 30.
And they get Zoe Chilton there on the foul, and that's only her second, Cam.
Wizardry that ball took to get in that hole was beyond my comprehension, but hey, it went in.
And Collins cannot complete the three-point play, rebounded by Chilton. Now float up the right side of the floor. Hutchison has to be careful. And wisely, Collins takes the job on defense. Bentley. And Keaton has to foul, 25.6. And Cam, I think these Lady Dogs can start to taste it just a little bit, but they have to keep locked in until that clock gets 0.
Now, something that I'm finding very interesting is Columbia Academy is refusing to foul Ava Floyd. Is it the right choice? Probably. But that's more of a decision for when you're down by 4, when it's kind of more reachable than 6 points to not foul. I almost wouldn't care who I'm fouling, but hey, Nola Bentley knocks down her second free throw, putting us up by 7.
So they had to get some quick shots. Collins just pulls up from the right wing, and it falls. So we have a 4-point game, 17.9, and this will go down to the absolute wire.
Yeah, great shot making there by that young lady. She knows she's got to get the ball up in a hurry, and she knows what's the best way to get the most points, Josh. The three-point line. Going after it from behind the arc, and she knocks it down.
But now with 17.9 seconds, CA will have to foul to stop the clock. But being down 4, you're already down 2 scores. If you send Hickman County to the free throw line, I mean, you're almost trying to put yourself out of reach. But I think CA's looking to intercept some passes, looking to get some steals, some takeaways without needing to foul. But I think that goes without saying.
Yeah, they're in a man-to-man press right now, and they're going to press hard. It's not going to be that soft press that we saw earlier. It's going to be an immediate foul there by CA.
And they get it in, and Delaney King will go to the line. She's already made a free throw today. They get number 12, Francie McDonald, with the foul. And these are some big free throws here for Delaney King. 17.1 to go, 38-34 your score, Hickman. And the first one falls for King. And a reminder that at the half of the boys' game, we will have a word from Coach Gordon. And in case of a victory, a player of the game as well. And King, number 2, rattles in and out, but that does force some clock to run off there as Keaton has to be quick, dribbles it down. Collins puts up deep 3, Bentley in her face, no good. King with the rebound, it rolls out of bounds. 7.3, and it goes off on CA Hickman ball.
We're going to see another quick foul here by the Columbia Academy Dogs.
Chilton dribbles it in to Bentley. Bentley fouled by Collins. And that did run off a couple of seconds, 5.6 with a 5-point deficit for CA.
Josh, just knocking down 1 here would be huge. Knocking down both, putting us up by 7. That's at least a 3-score game, making it tough for these Columbia Academy Bulldogs to come back, especially with just 5 seconds. So she knocks down the first.
Nola Bentley, a clutch free throw right there. Now here comes number 2. And it will not fall, but that does force them to take it the full length of the court. 3 seconds. Keaton pulls up from 3, but it is a moot point as your Hickman County Lady Dogs march into Anderson Fieldhouse and take down the Columbia Academy Bulldogs in what was such a tremendously played game by our Lady Dogs of Centerville.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for better energy and effort on the boards tonight. Defensively, they were willing to give every ounce of effort they had. I think they did a wonderful job with that. Offensively, we talked about it. It was a bit sloppy tonight. But irregardless, what matters, Josh, the fact that we have 40 and they have 34, a W in the win column.
And Ava Floyd eclipses her performance on Friday when she had 20 points. Tonight she finishes with 21. So another impressive performance by Ava Floyd.
Yeah, I love the aggressiveness on offense tonight by Ava Floyd. She stepped up, she took priority, and she said, somebody's going to go get a bucket, it's going to be me. Again, that young lady, every time she comes out, is laying it all out there, giving everything she has. So I love seeing that from her, and I love seeing Delaney King tonight having 8 points. That's huge. I think that's her season high. Great job from her.
So folks, it was our honor and privilege to bring you Hickman County Lady Dog basketball. Once again, a huge congratulations to Coach Gordon and his girls as they finished this game 40-34 victorious over CA, a tough opponent. But we are not done for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Here in just a few moments, in about 10 or so minutes, we will be back here to give you a bit of a pregame rundown as we prepare for the Hickman County boys to take on the boys of Columbia Academy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here on WNKX. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to WNKX Live. We are here at Anderson Field House, where the Hickman County Bulldogs will do battle against the Columbia Academy Bulldogs. And Cam, Hickman County is coming off a huge win Friday against Ravenwood. The boys beat them 58-48. Elisha Puckett set the world on fire with 24 points. Dylan Qualls with 14, a respectable number in his own right. Who do you think's the player to watch here tonight for the Bulldogs?
I mean, one, Will McDonald. All he talked about at church yesterday was revenge game, revenge game. He wants it, Josh. He wants it. He wants all of it, and I want to see him go get it. Absolutely, I want to see him go get it. So I want to see him come out hot and on fire, but Elisha Puckett. We know that the offense starts and stops with Elisha. I want to see him step up in this game because, hey, whoever picks him up on defense, they're going to be an elite defender. They're going to be a really good defender. He played a couple really good defenders last game. I want to see him continue in being who he is.
And I think you really, hit on the key story of tonight. That is the returning Will McDonald, right, to a school that he knows well, where he knows a lot of people, similar to how Ava Floyd had to play against her team last week at Fairview. So I'm curious to see how that impacts Will's game here tonight. And they introduced the starting five for the Bulldogs. That is Tyler McKinnon, Charlie Blystad, Dylan Qualls, Will McDonald, and Elisha Puckett. So the pretty normal starting five that we're used to seeing. And I was really impressed with how Charlie played on Friday as well.
Yeah, Josh, they're going to be playing a tough roster tonight in these Columbia Academy Bulldogs. They're long, they're well coached, they're always well coached, and they're going to be disciplined. We have to match that discipline tonight. That means when they pump fake, we're staying with them on the ground. We're just throwing hands up. That means we're boxing out every chance we can. That means we're limiting their second chance points. They got length, and they have athleticism. Jake Ballard and Jeremy Jackson tonight, those two names I would watch out for. They're going to make a huge difference on the boards. They're going to make a huge difference on the scoreboard.
So now both teams have officially taken the floor here, and we are just a few moments away from tip-off. And Hickman County wins the toss-up. Elisha Puckett now with the ball. Finds McKinnon, high post. Dishes out. McDonald, the first shot of the game. Just short. And that could have been a hot start for the Dogs, but they do get the rebound. And now it's Elisha's turn, and he sinks it.
That's a great start to the night. And Hickman County coming out in what looks like a press. Dylan Qualls just not picking them up full court. But, Josh, tonight, a W will depend on defense.
So here we go, CA at the right corner, guarded by Qualls. Dishes high post. McKinnon there to meet him now at the left wing. Puckett guarding. CA swings it back out up top. Driving in, McDonald playing some tough defense, kicks it out. Fakes the pass, now drives into the paint. Jumper, and McKinnon, the 6'6" center, denying the shot, and now Elisha breaking it away. Blystad, corner three, no good, off the mark, rebounded by Columbia Academy. Now CA in control, they drive in, another shot tipped and stripped away by Qualls, and McKinnon picks it up and dishes over to Elisha. A tough pass there to Qualls. Qualls driving in a couple of steps. And they say he took one too many there, Cam. You got to admire the effort there from Dylan. That's something that we're used to seeing. He takes those long strides, just added in one too many there, turnover, now CA ball.
Yeah, he went into a stutter step there, and that's why they called the walk. But I don't mind him taking that ball to the hole. I like that.
So now CA now with the ball at the left wing. A little bit of a stutter step, and McDonald just rips it away from him. Now Will driving. Pulls up, left wing three. Welcome to the game, Will McDonald, in a homecoming game of sorts. What a ball there by Will.
He's on that revenge tour, baby. He's on that revenge tour. He's locked in. I want to see some more.
Hickman quickly up 6-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first. CA driving. Ball now in the left corner. Elisha playing nice defense. He knocks it away, but he's able to recover. Left-handed hook floater and a very impressive shot there by CA, and it falls.
So Columbia's coming out in a 2-3 zone right here to force us to, I'm assuming, to shoot some jumpers as the ball is tipped, staying Hickman County possession.
So Elisha will be the man on the baseline to throw it in for the Bulldogs. Elisha floats it over to Qualls. Tries to pass it underneath the McKinnon. It's tipped and knocked away. CA on a breakaway. And it's a jam for Columbia Academy.
Josh, right there, we don't see Qualls darting to the bucket. You know that they're athletic, that they're long, and they're going to cause turnovers. You have to be ready to get out and beat them down the floor like a hustle there.
And McDonald gives to Puckett at the left wing. Puckett drives. Oh, a nice little jump shot, and it falls in. Pinpoint precision from number 12. 8-4 your score, 5 to go in the first. CA some quick ball movement here. Ball now up top. Now given, guarded by Puckett, now to the right wing, guarded by Qualls. Qualls, one of the best defenders on this team. Now to the left wing, Blystead there to meet him. And now a three-pointer from the wing, and it's on target. Both teams certainly came ready to play here tonight, Cam. Some explosive offenses locking horns here in Columbia.
Yeah, absolutely. This matchup between Puckett and Ballard is going to be a heck of a one to watch.
And Qualls gives to McDonald. McDonald wants to drive, sets up, gives to Blystead, now to Puckett. Puckett wants to drive, step back, and then gives to Qualls. Qualls fakes a three, gives back over to Elisha, and from downtown, no good. And McKinnon, a great hustle play to get the rebound. Oh, and the errant pass. Wasn't ready for anyone up top. Some miscommunication there, and it will be a turnover. CA ball.
Josh, if we get second chance, see, when you have two really long, tall teams, there's going to be a lot of one-possession shots, or one-shot possession, that's what I meant to say. So when you get an opportunity for a second chance, you have to take advantage of that. Silly turnover there by the Dogs.
Let's see it with some ball movement. Kicks out to the right corner from three. It's the lefty. No good. Tipped by CA. And off of CA, and it will be Hickman ball.
So both defense tonight are switching up looks pretty much every 3 possessions. I noticed that first with Columbia Academy, they came out in the game man. They switched it really quick. Only played one possession of 2-3, and then switched it back. Both coaches know that they can't let the offenses get settled, and because if they do, it's going to be a long night for either team.
The shot is no good, rebounded by Columbia Academy. And they're forcing the envelope right here. But now they'll reset. Hickman County able to set up in their defense. Looks to be a 2-3 here. From the left wing, pump fakes, looking for a man, dishes off. McDonald there guarding, drives into the paint, over McKinnon, no good, and taken away by Hickman County. The rebound corralled by Will McDonald. Will looking, gives to Elisha. McKinnon setting a screen. Elisha gives to Qualls. Now to Blystead. Blystead to Elisha. Elisha wants to be driving on the baseline. Oh, tries for a very tough pass there. Too much traffic in the lane there, and it's taken away by Columbia Academy.
Yeah, if I'm Puckett right now, I'm trying to take advantage of a secondary defender being on me. Their best defender came out of the game. If I'm him, I'm taking advantage of the matchups I have.
Elisha to Blystead. Blystead from three. Chuck Nasty's shot falls just shy and goes off the rim. 2:30 to go, 8-7 your score in favor of Hickman County.
I love that this Hickman County offense is coming out shooting the ball. Not a lot of turnovers today, but getting shots up as a... Ooh.
Tough move there by CA, but it's rebounded by Dylan Qualls. Oh, the corner three! McDonald off. And it looks like number 30, Kylan Seal, is the one ready to check in for Hickman County. Now, Cam, we heard the PA announcer say timeout Bulldogs, and I can go either way, right?
Yeah.
So a very smart Bulldog
jump
timeout.
ball.
A very smart timeout there by the Bulldogs. And Cam, it is my bold prediction that the Bulldogs will win the game here tonight.
I would say so, Josh. It's probably a good call. If I was a betting man, I would undoubtedly put my money on a team named the Bulldogs that wears red.
Hopefully it's the team that's wearing a predominantly dark gray here tonight. As CA wearing the white, red numbers. Hickman in the dark grays, red trim, white numbers. So now both teams emerge from their timeouts. 8-7 your score. Hickman leads 2 minutes in the first quarter. That's a quick ball mover by CA out of the right wing. Open three. It falls. He banks it in.
I mean, that's the kind of shot you want to force him into. It just happened to go in.
So Griffin George making his mark on this game, and a touch pass to Puckett, and it is denied by Heffington. Oh, and wow, McDonald sends that flying into the fourth row. Watch your heads over there, ladies and gentlemen.
So with a team that is as tall and as athletic as Columbia Academy, we've been getting away with a lot of passes over the top all season long. We've been bigger than pretty much every team we've faced, but now that we have a team that can match size, we have to make passes, solid chest passes and bounce passes. Right there by Qualls, that was a turnover because we tried to go over the top, and that doesn't work with a team this big.
So CA in the lead, 10-8. Corner three from Ballard, and it falls. 13-8 now, CA widens the gap. Elisha taking it up the left side. Oh, looking for Qualls, well covered there by Brownlee, but Qualls corrals it. McDonald pump fakes a three, wants to dribble in, finds Qualls. Qualls from three, we don't see this often, and he sinks it.
You gotta love that there. Earlier tonight, especially in the first couple of minutes, Dylan looked a little uncomfortable, a little unsettled on offense. He wasn't finding his footing. That right there, I think, can get him going for the night. And as he can get his shot going, he's going to be a big difference maker tonight.
And
Qualls, he's got a big assignment defensively.
And Qualls obliged to McDonald to check out of this game in Braden Brown, Tim Puckett, and Brody Worley. And Coach Dawson knows this will be a long game, wanting to get some guys some minutes to save his starters. Now corner three again for CA, no good. Rebounded by Elisha Puckett, he's taking up the court quick. Elisha looking. Worley, now to Tim. Tim, nice pass to Seal underneath along the baseline. Some nice ball movement. Worley pump fakes from three. He got it, Brody Worley. The 6'3" junior from three.
Josh, again, I say it again. It is a disciplined offense creating wonderful shots right here by the Bulldogs. It's a turnover.
And the ball goes flying into the first row. My goodness. Did these fans sign a waiver before entering the game today? And Cam, what we noticed about the defense Hickman was running, it left Braden Brown guarding Jackson, which is a little bit of a mismatch there, but it worked out. And a fadeaway, Elisha Puckett. What a shot to end the first quarter. Hickman County, after trailing for just a moment, storms back to take the lead, 16-13. Plenty of basketball to go. We'll be right back here on WNKX.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life,
your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
You just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable squares.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago Tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out, pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
And we're back live. The second quarter of this game is underway. Hickman 16, CA 13. CA possesses the ball. Brown with the ball at the left wing, gives to Jackson up top. Screen set by CA. Jackson dishes it over to Malone. When Ballard regains it, tough mid-range shot, no good. Rebounded by Elisha, and he is fouled by Brownlee. A lot of contact there, and Cam, we know fouls like that aren't intentional, but when two guys are going up for a rebound, a lot of contact, foul called there on CA.
Yeah, that's just playing ball. Those are the fouls that are totally worth it. As a coach, you can't get upset about.
And Tim Puckett gives to Worley. Now to Seal. Now gives to Braden Brown. Brown now dribbles in on his man, the corner Worley, guarded by Jackson. Now there's Puckett on Ballard, two elite shooters. Brown gives to Tim Puckett. Tim dribbling around, gives to Worley at the right wing. Looking for help, finds Elisha back up top. Elisha dribbles back to the logo, looking to set up his offense. What a nice pass to Worley! Oh, and it's smacked down by Jackson. A nice pass there by Elisha, but just some solid defense by CA. And CA now pump fakes a shot, dribbles in, nothing there. Goes out, Brownlee at the wing, dribbles in to the paint. And they will get Brownlee on the walk. Some stellar defense there by Hickman County.
Absolutely, both of these teams are super tall, super long, super athletic. I mean, what a defensive matchup. What an offensive match. This is a heck of a game we're watching here, Josh.
So Elisha at the right wing. Gives to Worley. Worley now to Tim. Tim, nice little spin move, dribbles back out to the wing, now gives to Seal. And they will call a foul, an illegal screen on Brody Worley.
You got to set your feet there, Josh. You got to be disciplined. You know that every possession in this game is going to matter. I know it's in the second quarter, but every single one of them matter when you're playing this tough of an opponent. We gotta take care of the ball here.
So here we go. Brownlee at the left wing, gives to Jackson up top, guarded by Tim Puckett. Oh, pumps the three. Now gives back up top. That's Malone. Malone to Ballard. Ballard back to Malone in the right corner. Goes to Eastep underneath. Eastep drives in on Kylan Seal, and a tough bucket there for CA. 15-16, Hickman leads.
Great move there by Mr. Eastep. That's a tough one to defend.
Now Brown gives to Worley. Worley Puckett from the left wing, and Elisha is on fire.
Josh, he knows what he's got to do tonight. He's got to come out and ball, put some numbers up. He's doing a great job in this team.
And some tight defense being played by Hickman County. Jackson with the ball at the right corner. Jackson goes across the way to Malone at the left wing. Now to Brownlee, back to Ballard. Ballard from three, and his three is good. Oh my goodness.
I mean, these kids are going blow for blow, three for three, bucket for bucket. This is incredible.
It's like watching a good old-fashioned boxing match. And Elisha trying to drive in, and Elisha hits that signature move, and he just nails the three. Unfortunately, it will not count because of the offensive foul.
Yeah, Josh, it's one of those tough things where that's one of those, if the refs call it early, they're gonna have to call it often, because when you go with the forearm into somebody, if you extend past your elbow, they're gonna call it. If you can keep it within your elbow, they won't call it. It's just the happy medium of being a good move to a foul.
Jackson in the paint from the free throw stripe, pulls up and he sinks it. So CA now back in front, 20-19, 4:40 to go in the half. A back and forth game for certain. Brown guarded by Jackson, a tough pass to McKinnon, gets away from him, keeps it, and McKinnon tries to keep the play alive, but Jackson there with the turnover. Brownlee drives in, and he gets the layup and the foul. They'll get Charlie Blystad as that will send Brownlee to the line. The free throw rattles in and out, unable to complete the three-point play, and McKinnon there with the rebound. Braden Brown. Oh, a quick pass to Qualls. Wasn't quite ready for it. High post now is Qualls. Looking. Brown from three. He got it.
Braden Brown has one of their top two defenders on him, Jeremy Jackson. It's a tough matchup because he is by far outsized and definitely out-athleted. But that doesn't stop that young man from stepping up and knocking down that shot.
And McDonald looking to get a strip there, but they will get him for a reach-in foul. That will be McDonald's first of the game. Jackson to throw it in for CA to Brownlee. Jackson from the right wing, pump fakes, drives in. Looking for some help and throws on the baseline. And it goes out on Columbia Academy. Dylan Qualls looked like a little magic act there, reaches his hand and pulls it right back out to deke the CA defender, or I guess at that time, the offensive player, and it works out in favor of Hickman County. So we are knotted up at 22 apiece, 3:45 to go in the half. McDonald looking to pull up, fakes it, step back. Passes to Brown. Brown back to McDonald. Will drives in. Across the way to Qualls, the right wing, now back to the left wing. Brown driving in, back to Qualls. Qualls dribbles it back out beyond the perimeter. A nice little move there on Brownlee. Drives it on the baseline, looking for help. Gives to McKinnon. McKinnon, Blystad, top of the key from three, and it falls shy of the rim, out of bounds. CA basketball.
Josh, I hope that doesn't discourage Charlie. I want to see that young man shoot the ball. He's played so well all season. He has been pure hustle. He's been a great leader. I hope that this doesn't discourage him. And Hickman County now switching it up to a 1-3-1. We saw this earlier in the year against Marshall County, and it worked well. So switching defenses up here could be a great look.
Jackson fires at the free throw stripe to Ballard. Ballard spin move, dishes back out to Brownlee. Brownlee driving in, goes up, and McKinnon swats it away, and they say Will McDonald's foot was on the baseline, and it will stay with Columbia Academy. So a nice rebound there, nice defensive play by McKinnon, but just couldn't come up with the possession, and Jackson there to throw it in for Columbia Academy. He passes it in there. That's East step back to Jackson. Jackson over to Ballard. Qualls there to meet him. And Malone looked to pull up a three-pointer, but it was that hesitation there that caused him to walk. And we saw that a lot from our girls in the girls' game, Cam, that hesitation, that indecisiveness.
Yeah, that was a huge turnover there for the Hickman County Bulldogs, though. CA was starting to find their drive. Maybe that turnover can turn into momentum for us.
Now Elisha with the ball at the top of the right wing. Jackson on him, gives to Blystad. Blystad to McDonald. McDonald dribbles back around to the top, gives to McKinnon. Now Qualls. Oh, a nice move there, but he loses handle of it. Tries to go between the legs, off his leg. Taken up by Brownlee, CA ball. On Jackson, tries to drive in, and Qualls gets a hand on it, but doesn't deter the flight of the ball too much as CA maintains possession. Now Ballard at the logo. Drives in, mid-range shot for two. Well off the mark there, McDonald lets it hit the ground, out of bounds, Hickman ball. And Cam, that's a rare miss there from Ballard.
Yeah, has he missed all night? I don't think that's going to happen again. That young man is a great shooter. Watching him and Elisha go at it is something.
That's a result of great defense, though, by Hickman. And tough pass there. Qualls picks up Blystad. Elisha wants to take a quick three, pump fakes it, step back. Now give to Blystad, down to McDonald. He dribbles back, looking for help, goes across the way. Oh! A mid-air collision, and the referees will let him play. Oh, and Elisha, pump fake from three. A rare miss from Elisha. Oh, McKinnon gets the rebound, can't get the putback, and Ballard with the rebound, and McKinnon tries to get in there to draw a jump ball. Some frustration there from Tyler McKinnon, but he's got to keep his head up there.
That's just a nonsense foul right there from McKinnon. He's got to be more disciplined than that. You got to know that you're the big man. You got to save your fouls, honestly. For later in the game, you never know what kind of trouble you're going to get in, and now you've put him on the line.
So here we go, Cam. We've got Ballard at the line, and the first one falls. Not a man you want to see at the free throw line.
No, because this could definitely put him back in rhythm.
And Ballard's second one will fall, 24-22. CA leads with 90 seconds to go in the half. And a reminder, at the half, we will have a word from Coach Gavin Gordon, the head coach of the Lady Dogs of Hickman County, and we'll also have a word from the player of the game, Delaney King.
Josh, for this minute 30, Ballard just came out of the game. If there's ever a time to go get a bucket and make things happen, it is now.
McDonald, guarded by Malone, not a seal, top of the key. Oh, nice pass to Qualls. Qualls puts it up, a tough shot by Dylan Qualls, and it falls in. Hickman County ties it back up.
Great job there, knowing I have the smaller defender on me if I'm Dylan. If they stay in that matchup, I'm going at it again. Oh!
And Elisha looked like a great block there. They say he got a little too much skin there, and that will send a step to the line. And he steps first, rattles in and out.
Now, Josh, I don't know how many of these Columbia Academy Bulldogs it's affecting, but I will say I know that this is either the first or second game back from the state tournament football for a couple of these players. So there might be some wear and tear. I think that's why we're seeing Ballard come out of the game a lot. I know that he played on their team, and that could be why they're resting.
Now McDonald up top gives to Worley. 42 seconds left. Gives to Worley in the right corner. Fights out, gives back to Qualls. Wanting to chew off as much clock as they can. Qualls looking, nice bounce pass to Worley. Dribbles out, McDonald from the left wing. No good, but rebounded by Blysten. He dribbles back out. And now they start to drain some more clock, now under 20 seconds. Hickman looking to go in the half with a lead. Qualls dribbles in, tough mid-range floater. Look at Seal. Oh, Kylan Seal wanted to tip it out, but it falls in the basket. With 3 seconds, Jackson pulls up at the buzzer. No good, and the momentum still rests with Hickman County. I have never seen anything like that, Cam. My goodness, that was crazy.
Josh, that was madness.
So after a chaotic, eventful, physical, and marvelous first half of basketball by both teams, we will be right back in just a few moments on WNKX. We'll be here to talk with Coach Gordon and Delaney King. Don't go anywhere.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good.
And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cutting the shareable squares.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago Tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life,
your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
Welcome back to WNKX Live, our halftime show, as we are joined at this time by head coach Gavin Gordon and player of the game Delaney King. Coach Gordon, starting with you, first of all, congratulations on a huge win. This is a tough place to play against a very tough opponent. Now, my first question to you is that we saw in the second half that things got a little heated between both teams. Now, how do you keep your girls calm, cool, and level-headed when tempers start to flare?
Yeah, we talk about that, how it's going to be tough, and 90% of the time the team that keeps their cool is the one that wins the battle. We're not going to get mixed up in a lot of attitude and a lot of frustration. We're just here to play basketball, and I think my girls handled it really well in the second half and just stayed calm, and I think it showed down the stretch.
Yeah, you kind of just answered me there with my question, but just the first half was a little sloppy. It was messy. Just speak to the locker room at halftime and what changed.
Well, we noticed in the first half when we were setting that high ball screen that they weren't adjusting to it. They were just letting us go on it. So, you know, Delaney had a tough job all night, having to go up and set that screen all night. Ava getting downhill. And I think Ava made the right ball movement. She took it when she had the opportunity, but when they drew two, it was a kick out. And we just played solid. The first half, we were a little bit rattled. They came out and pressured us. But the second half, we kind of just calmed down and settled to our own, which is kind of how we can play all the time.
And irregardless of the sloppiness on offense in the first half, the rebounding I thought was incredible tonight. Talk about just holding Columbia Academy to one shot per possession and how big of the role that played.
It's huge. It's something we work on every day, they can tell you, and I think this player right here came through on it tonight. The rebounding machine, Zoe Chilton getting a lot of hands on balls and her snatching it, Delaney snatching it out of the air. We preach that. One shot is all they get, and we fall short of it sometimes, but that is an everyday thing and an everyday struggle, and I think we're coming out on the winning side of it right now.
Coach Gordon, thank you for your time. And we are joined now by the player of the game, and deservedly so, Miss Delaney King. Now, Delaney, congratulations on being elected as the player of the game, and congratulations on a big win tonight against Columbia Academy. And we know your role on this team is no secret, right? It's to get rebounds and to be physical underneath. But tonight, you were impressive on the offensive end, scoring-wise. You had 8 points, a lot of mid-range buckets. Now, is shooting from mid-range something that you take pride in? Is that what you work on the most in your game? Because it seems like you're more comfortable from mid-range than you are even just going up for layups.
Yeah, that's one of the big things I work on in practice is a lot of mid-range and kickouts to me. Whenever someone drives, I relocate to mid-range because that's where I just feel more comfortable at.
Now, the obvious thing I'm going to ask you, your rebounding, is it a mental thing? Is it a commitment thing? What goes into you deciding, hey, I'm not letting another girl get a board all night like you did tonight?
It's definitely a mental and a commitment thing. You know, like Coach Gordon said, that's one of the things we work on every day in practice. But also as a team, that's one thing that we commit to as a team is, you know, going to get the rebound, not letting them go and get the rebound, because the more rebounds they get, the more opportunities they get, and less we get.
Now, Delaney is one of the few seniors on this team. Of course, we know all of you have such a big role to play, not only on the court, but off of it as well. I mean, how do you take on this role as a locker room leader?
I just try to be the best person I can to all of them, try and treat them all the same, you know, have fun with them, but also, you know, when there needs to be a serious talk, there's a serious talk.
Well, thank you for that, Delaney. You're such a humble player, a great performance tonight. Once again, congratulations on the win. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our player of the game, number 0, the senior Delaney King. What a performance she had. And we will be back here in just a few moments for second half basketball. Your score right now, Hickman County 26, CA 25. Don't go anywhere here on WNKX. Welcome back here to WNKX Live after what was a eventful first half for both sides. Hickman County leads by a point, 26-25 is your score. And the leading scorer, Cam, should be no surprise to any of us, Elisha Puckett, with 10 points in the first half and certainly more to come in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Him and Jake Ballard, number 32 for the Columbia Academy Bulldogs, they have been going shot for shot. It is an incredible matchup. They're picking up each other on defense. It's an awesome matchup to watch. I hate it for the people at home that didn't get to watch in person. This has been awesome.
Oh, I agree 100%, Cam. It's always great. You know, for those of us who just love the game of basketball, right? Of course, we always want to prioritize our team winning, and that's what we'll always do here on WNKX. But sometimes you have to step back and just appreciate the art of the game, right? And that's what we're doing here tonight with two talented teams with a lot of great scorers on both sides. But, you know, I'm always hoping our guys get a little bit more in that score column.
Absolutely, and I look to Elisha to get more tonight. I mean, he's sitting with 10. He's averaging well into the 20s. I expect him to pick up the shot volume, too. I'm sure he'll get more playing time this half. He's going to have to with the way that these teams are playing. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, one of the stories with Hickman County is the depth. We always talk about the depth that we have. In a game this tight and this good, you got to shrink that. You got to get 6, 7 guys you trust and only rotate those few guys. I can't wait to watch the second half.
And as we're just a few moments away, the Dogs of Hickman about to throw it in. I want to give a very special thank you to all of those watching on YouTube or Facebook. Special thank you to our crew tonight, Sarah Beth McClanahan, the camerawoman in the girls' game now. We have Keely Blocker with us, another student of Hickman County High School, as our camerawoman in the boys' game. Special thank you to all those that make this possible. Now Hickman County, Will McDonald in the right corner, gives to Qualls at the wing. Nice pass to McKinnon. Now Elisha wants to stay hot, and he does! Another 3 for Elisha.
And that's a dangerous sign for Columbia Academy. They switched it up. They put a smaller defender on Elisha. You know he eats up those smaller defenders, Josh.
Now Brownlee with the ball, gives E-step to Jackson, and he's being swarmed by Hickman County. Gives back to E-step, and E-step with an open floater. Now, Cam, it looked like we had a lot of commitment there to Jackson, and ultimately it cost us a bucket there.
And rightfully so. He's a very talented young man going to Trevecca next year. And Puckett from deep.
Oh, and Elisha pulled up from the parking lot, but unable to find it there. Anyway, continue, Cam.
But this young man, E-step, he's been in the paint all game. He's been very efficient underneath, and he's a danger too. So we gotta be careful and play everyone even.
Well, the three-pointer won't go, but it is rebounded by Jackson, and he puts it up and in. But a nice job by Elisha not to foul, to keep his hands straight up in the air. And Elisha now has the ball, 29-29 your score. Qualls now at the left wing, guarded by Ballard, now out to Blystad. Blystad to Elisha, guarded by Brownlee. Elisha drives in, looking for help. Oh, a step back. Oh, rattles in and out. A decent shot there by Elisha, but sometimes it won't fall.
Yeah, that's usually his shot right there.
Brownlee driving through the paint. He meets McKinnon, and the shot won't fall. And Elisha with the rebound. A quick breakaway here, and he'll pull up from 3. No good. Blystad tries again there for the rebound.
I don't mind that shot right there, but that means the next shot that he's taking needs to be in the paint. He needs to find his groove again.
And the shot no good by Jackson. Jackson gets his own rebound, but is fouled by Hickman County, but it will stay on the floor.
And I got to give praise to these Hickman County Bulldogs defense. That young man, Jeremy Jackson, as I said, committed to go play at a Division II college. They've kept him quiet. I bet he's got no more than 4 to 6, somewhere in there.
And after the Elisha Puckett foul, Brody Worley will check in for him.
Now that is 3 on Elisha, so tough spot to be in.
The three-pointer rattles in and out, and Qualls. And they say it goes out on number 11, Dylan Qualls. There's a 50-50 there between him or E-step, and the officials give it to Columbia Academy. Brownlee here to throw it in. Throws out to Ballard, met by Blystad. Now at the free throw stripe is E-Step to Heffington. Now to Brownlee, back underneath the E-Step. Oh, and blocked by Tyler McKinnon. Man, his big body has been a wall in this game so far. Now McDonald, one to pull up, but pulls it down and gives to Qualls. Qualls drives through the paint. Left-handed floater, won't fall. Tries to tip it back. Nothing going, CA ball. And driving through. Reverse layup, won't fall. Rebounded, and it falls in there. E-Step with the putback, and Cam with two Hickman County players underneath. A little bit of disappointment there, probably from Coach Dawson, that his guys couldn't get that board there.
Yeah, Josh, it's a simple box out. That's all was needed, and it's just not doing the little things right.
Oh, and a nice screen there by McDonald to set up the three-pointer, or by Blyson to set up a three-pointer from Brody, and nothing goes. And Worley tries for the swat there, gets a little too much contact, and he'll draw a foul. That sends number 10, Cooper E-Step, to the line.
Right there, Brody has to wait, go straight up. I promise you he could have got to that shot instead of leaning over, put a hand on him down here and swatting down. You're going to get called every single time. With as athletic as he is, just go straight up and try to get it as it's coming out of his hand. You can play that safer right there. I would love to see more discipline.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Dawson will talk to them about right now during this timeout as he takes a 60-second timeout. His guys trail by 2. Of course, this game is still 50-50, anyone's ball game for sure. But Hickman County needs to settle in, needs to generate more productivity offensively. And as much as you want to run the offense through Elisha, I want to see some shots fall for some other guys around him as well.
Yeah, McDonald got started off well early in this game, and looking to get his shot. I haven't really seen many shots from him lately. There's not a lot of. I want to see somebody else other than Elisha take initiative and get shots. We usually see that in Dylan Qualls. We usually see that in a couple different guys. But honestly, if I'm Hickman County right now, I'm looking at Tyler McKinnon and saying, their big man's trying to work on you. You do it right back.
And the first free throw attempt by E-Step is short, no good. Number 2 now about to be on the way. It's up, and this one falls. 3-point lead now the CA have over Hickman. 32-29, 4:46 to go in the third quarter. Qualls now bringing up the floor on the rightmost side. Guarded by Jackson. Gives to Blystad. Blystad finds McDonald at the left wing. And they get Columbia Academy on the foul there. That will send the ball to the baseline. Hickman will throw it in. Worley into Blystad. Now Qualls with the ball. Jackson there with him. Qualls tries to make a move around. Kicks it back out to Blystad. Blystad underneath the McKinnon. Finds McDonald. McDonald dribbling around, gives off to Worley. Worley driving in, kicks out to Qualls. Worley pump fakes, dribbles out to Qualls. Qualls, Jackson on him.
The difference, it's been a story of the third quarter for the Hickman County Bulldogs, Josh. I don't know what it is about the third quarter, but it's like all sense of ball movement and offensive aggressiveness just goes away. We got to be aggressive.
A nice pass from Qualls to McKinnon. McKinnon kicks it back out. Qualls drives in, looking, spin move, tries to go underneath, and it will go off of Brody Worley, CA ball.
Josh, possessions we cannot afford for possessions to end in a turnover. They have to. I would rather have a terrible shot be how the possession ends than a turnover. It's at least giving it a shot to get some points.
Now Ballard back in for CA. He's in the corner. Dribbles around, goes to the paint, kicks it out wide to Heffington. Heffington back out to Ballard, loses the handle on it, but regains it at the right wing. He dribbles in, back out. Oh, and Heffington loses handle on it, and the ball hits the baseline, and it will go towards Hickman.
So we have an entirely new group here. It's the entire second group with Elisha.
We have Timothy Puckett, Braden Brown, Elisha Puckett, Kylan Seal, and Braden Folks in the game now for Hickman. CA does some adjustments as well. Elisha dribbles in mid-range for two. No good. Ballard with the rebound. CA ball.
Great take there by Elisha. Wonderful possession.
Now George at the left wing, passing to Ballard mid-range. He got it. And CA widens the lead 34-29, 2:43 to go in the third quarter. Braden Brown, the point guard, the sophomore, directing traffic. Oh, that's a nice pass to Elisha. Up and in, a very impressive sequence for the Bulldogs of Hickman.
Heck of a pass there by Braden Brown. That was a wonderful look and got Elisha a good bucket.
CA with possession. Brownlee up top, dishes to Malone. Malone pulls up from the right wing, well off, rebounded by Folks, and Folks gives off to Elisha. Elisha forcing it down the court. Brown almost loses handle, and they call a walk as Elisha hits a three. Man, Cameron, I'm not sure if there's much that pains me more than watching a shot go in after a play has been blown dead, knowing that could have been a momentum shifter.
Yeah, and that's a tough pass to handle there for Braden Brown. Elisha kind of threw it low and hard away from him. Again, tough pass to handle, but just a tough look there for the Dogs.
Jackson driving in, finds E-step in the paint, left-handed shot, it goes in over the guarding Elisha Puckett. The Bulldogs of Hickman trail by 5, 36-31, 97 seconds in the third quarter remain. Elisha gives to Folks, Folks to Brown, Brown to Puckett. Elisha dishes high post to Seal, gives back Elisha, pump fakes. Wants a three, can't find it, well guarded by CA. Nice pass into Seal, Seal puts it up and in. A pretty pass by Seal, what a move.
Heck of a
or a pretty
move there
shot by Seal, I should say.
I love seeing that young man take a tough shot like that. I want to see more from him.
Jackson wants to drive in, dishes Ballard open in the corner, no good, rebounded by Seal, and he dishes over to Elisha. Now Brown, open three, he'll take it, no good, and Elisha hustling in, trying to get the rebound, but just outnumbered there. On a missile of a pass from Jackson to Brownlee, can't capitalize, but E-step is able to put it up and in for Columbia Academy. The lead back up to 5, 40 seconds in the third.
You have to have the awareness that in case of a miss, you have to block out the big man. E-step was right there to pick it up.
And Timothy from three, no good, just short. Jackson with the rebound for Columbia Academy. Under 30, Jackson drives in quick, dishes, E-step, and it has been all Columbia Academy for this last minute and a half of basketball. The Dogs trail by 7 with 15 seconds. They need an end of quarter bucket. 10 now. Brown with the ball, trying to set up a shot. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Elisha, and he's fouled. Now Cam, really a foul by CA there for the best, especially with 0.3 seconds, forcing him to throw it in, having to just catch and release here. No time to set up anything for Hickman.
Yeah, that's a great job defensively. Great awareness. I think we got the offense started a little late. We knew it would be tough to get a shot off against it, as that was swatted away by Ballard.
And to follow you up, Cam, they try for a tough alley-oop there, nothing going. At the end of 3, CA 40, Hickman 33, but plenty of basketball left. 1 quarter remains. We'll be back on WNKX.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern-style pizza is our thing.
Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists?
That's good. And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious.
It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cutting the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago Tavern-style recipes for just $12 each.
Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
Smart appliances, heating and cooling, solar, electric vehicles, mobile apps. Energy impacts your life in many ways.
It's our job to power the technology that brings comfort and value to your busy life.
Your life,
your way.
So you're in the driver's seat.
Let us help. Contact the energy pros at Meriwether Lewis Electric.
And we're back here on WNKX. The start of the fourth quarter, Columbia Academy in possession. They lead 40-33. Hickman looking to make a comeback here in these last 8 minutes.
Yeah, and to do that, Josh, they have got to be willing to shoot the basketball. Get some shots up, limit the turnovers.
And a very impressive rebound by Brown, ripping it away. Qualls back to Puckett. Puckett from three. No good. Rebounded by Qualls. Qualls dribbles in mid-range, short, gets his own rebound, puts up again. And this time he still cannot get it to go. And no jump ball. They will get Hickman with the foul.
Second chance opportunities have to be capitalized on, Josh, especially two of them. It's just, I don't know if we're rushing it. I don't know if we're just trying to find our, I don't know what it is, but we have got to capitalize when the opportunity arises.
So they're going to dry the ball off here with the Gatorade towel. Yeah, Cam, I mean, Elisha has 15 points, but the productivity has been lacking elsewhere. And I think Hickman County needs a couple guys to step up here late if they want to get this victory here on the road.
Yeah, somebody's got to step up to help Elisha out. He's been taking good shots all game.
And that's an impressive move by Jackson. It looked to be well defended, but sometimes there's nothing you can do. And Elisha pulls up from the right wing. No good. Qualls tries to put back, mistimes the jump, and a coast-to-coast pass for CA, and Jackson loses handle of it. Eastep looking to drive it on Seal, won't fall. Picked up by Jackson. McDonald tries to knock it away, but CA maintains possession. Now Eastep driving in, the paint, won't fall, gets his own rebound, and Qualls swats at it, and they'll get Qualls on the foul.
It's a tough night. Elisha's taking great shots, taking open shots. They're online. They're just hitting the rim. You know the shot's online when it hits the rim and it bounces back exactly where it came from, and he's been doing that all night. I've been impressed with Braden Brown tonight, but we just got to get the ball moving, Josh. We got to get some good looks. We got to get a variety of looks. And on defense, there are no box outs right now, or if they are boxing out, it's a lazy box out or just one of them. The whole rebounding is a whole team thing. If the whole team is not committed to rebounding, then you're probably not going to get the rebound. And so right here, I'm sure Coach Dawson is begging, give me your full commitment on the boards and on the defensive end, and we can turn that into points.
The 30-second timeout has concluded. Both teams back out. Eastep on the line, looking to shoot two. The lead now for CA sits at 9. Eastep with a chance to widen it to double digits. 6:50 to go in the game. The first free throw, no good. The second one up, and this one falls. And that's sort of been the theme tonight with Eastep. His first one doesn't find it, second one does. He's been consistent in that department here tonight. Hickman County now with the ball. McDonald here to Seal. Now to Elisha. Elisha wants to drive it on Brownlee. Step back, tough two, got it. Man, Elisha, he is a hard-working man tonight. Jackson taking it up the left side of the floor. Gives to Ballard. Ballard swings it over to Malone. Malone look to pull up, doesn't. Now dribbles into the paint. at the free throw stripe. He gets the easy 2. The lead now widens back to 10. 6 minutes to go, 45-35 in favor of CA. Brown drives in, kicks to Qualls at the left corner. Qualls wants to drive, and they get Dillon on the walk.
The thing that I've noticed that the Columbia Academy offense has been very calculated almost in their decision making, which we have entirely lacked this half. It just seems like the offensive, we don't have an offensive plan, whereas CA is like, we now have a lead and we're going to expand by taking good shots close to the rim.
And a couple of Bulldogs there trying to knock it away from Jackson, but he takes it to the rim, misses the shot though, but he is fouled. That's Dylan Qualls on the foul, his 3rd. And the first one does not fall for Jackson. Metz checks in, free step. Jackson's second one is up, and it's no good. Oh, and Elisha fighting for it, can't get it, and it goes off of Braden Brown. And it goes off of a CA player before it hits the baseline. Hickman County basketball.
Josh, I say it again, box out, and don't just put a body out and think that's good enough. A box out is until you get the ball.
And Elisha is fouled by Brownlee. And Brownlee now checks out of the game for Heffington. Elisha tries to give underneath to McKinnon, knocked away, but Elisha regains it and gives to Qualls. Qualls drives past the free throw stripe and gives out to Brown. Brown to Qualls. Oh, that's a forced pass there by Qualls. Turnover. CA takes over.
Josh, it's just fundamental knowledge of basketball. It is almost impossible to make an entry pass from the top of the key.
Jackson drives in, doesn't get it. Rebounded by McDonald. Brown on the breakaway. Layup is up and in. Brown's second bucket of the game, and it comes at just the right time. Hickman County, with just under 5 minutes, needs to claw back into this, needs to show some urgency now or never.
And Coach Dawson just got a warning.
Of course, from up here, Cam, we can't really hear what goes on the court. You know, Dawson, sometimes can say things under his breath subtly, things that we don't hear, so we don't know for sure. But Hickman needs to look past it and keep their heads up. Here we go. Jackson with the ball at the logo, guarded by Qualls. Jackson from the free throw line. No good, and a foul is called, and that will send Jackson to the line. And Dylan Qualls has certainly gotten the short end of the stick here tonight.
I know that Dylan cannot talk to the ref right here. You know you're playing with delicate minutes here. You are still in this game. You cannot let what the ref does affect you. You have to play within yourself here. And I want to shout out something real quick. Braden Brown has played magnificent tonight. Absolutely stone cold. Nothing is phasing him. Great job from him tonight.
And both free throws fall in for Columbia Academy. Back to 10 is the deficit for Hickman, 47-37, 4.5 to go in the game. Elisha from deep, and he hits it. And Elisha looking to take the game in his own hands here tonight.
Yeah, and it starts with him, and he's going to be the one to initiate it and get it going. I would love to see him give other people.
And there's Qualls, and Qualls airline clear for flight, and he slams it down. And that could be a momentum swing, and they force Columbia Academy to take a timeout, and that could be huge.
Absolutely, that force, dude, a dunk puts momentum on you no matter what situation you're in. Great job by Dylan Qualls getting in the passing lane there. If the commitment to defense and to rebounding starts now, that's fine. I'll take it. It might not have been there at all until this whole second half. It hasn't been here so far. Starting now, if it's now when you decide I am giving it all, fine, whatever. Go in this game. The only thing that you can change about the result now is what is the 4 minutes and 5 seconds ahead in this game.
Well, and if that wasn't proof that this game can turn around in an instant, just 15 seconds ago, Hickman County was down by 10, now they're down by 5. It's all about momentum. 47-42 your score, CA leads, 4:05 to go. Brownlee taking it up the floor for CA. McDonald there to meet him. Malone, McDonald on him, drives at the free throw stripe. McKinnon. Oh, and Hickman County called for a tough foul there. I mean, he jumped, he landed, looked textbook, but of course, bang, bang play. That is just such a tough break.
Yeah, the thing there with that is he came off of 2 feet at a different time. I would call it a walk. I don't think either ref had a good angle at it. It is what it is. The Dogs cannot let that affect them, though.
And one of the 2 free throws fall in. The second one is no good. So here we go. Elisha with the ball. Gives to McKinnon. Back to Elisha. Elisha driving in. Gives to Qualls. Qualls gives out to Brown. Brown back to Qualls. Qualls to Elisha. Elisha pulls up from deep. That is such a tough shot, Cam. From that far, the percentage not as high as Elisha probably would have liked to, but he's trying to make something happen for his team, and you got to respect the effort right there.
Yeah, I respect it, but you got to know you can get that shot at any time. There is urgency, but not desperation.
And Jackson misses a nice box out there by McKinnon. Hickman County gets it back 3 minutes to go. Elisha looking for help. Gives out to Qualls. Qualls from 3. Oh.
Wedgie.
Oh, and it doesn't go in. That could have been a big break for Hickman County, but they do keep possession, thankfully.
I am glad that the wedgie count on the season is now at 1, though. I've been waiting for 1.
And Dylan Qualls with a 3 already on the day. Nice seeing that from him as he tries another. Now Qualls in the right corner, gives to Brown. On to McDonald. Puckett from the corner. And he sunk it just when he needed it. Now it's down to a 3-point game, 2:40 to go, 48-45 now. Don't look now, but Hickman clawing, scratching back into this game, but their defense has to make a stop. Qualls on Jackson.
And great out-of-bounds play called there by Coach Dawson, getting the Puckett a shot in the corner.
Now Ballard in the game. You have to watch, and Qualls knocks it out of bounds, and it will stay. And it will stay with Columbia Academy. Ballard throwing it into Brownlee. Brown there on him. 2-on-2. And Puckett there to help. Dishes it across the way, the left wing. Malone drives in. Oh, and he jumps and lands, and it will be a foul on Hickman, I guess. And this is getting demoralizing. But it is what it is. Hickman County, it's part of the game. You got to play through it. You got to fight. But Malone now goes to the line.
It was without a doubt a tough call. It's one of those that when you get there in the lane, he probably did, but at the same time, he dealt with a lot of contact. So it's one of those, neither fan group's going to be happy with it.
So Malone misses the first to number 2. This one does fall. Now a 2-score game, 4 points. 49-45, 2 minutes to go. Now we're in crunch time, and I'm watching for number 12, Elisha Puckett. Oh, and Elisha trying to drive, looking for help, gives off to McKinnon, back to Elisha. Drives in, step back 2, that's a tough 2, it won't fall. But look at the aggressiveness of Dylan Qualls. What a putback.
And that's something I need to see from him all game. All game, that guy, he's long and lanky. he needs to get inside and get some rebounds. But hey, if
And
now
McDonald knocks it away, 1-on-1, and he's fouled by Jackson. And Hickman County with a chance to tie. And Elisha will be at the baseline to throw it in, as it was not a shooting foul. That was Jackson's first. A big sequence here for the Bulldogs. McKinnon gives a dangerous pass. And it hits off the official, and it stays in bounds. And McDonald is called for a foul. Cam, that ball was going out of bounds off the official. Everything that can go wrong for Hickman tonight is going wrong. I can't believe what I'm watching.
Absolutely, Josh. That was an absolute mess. You can't do anything but just sit here and take it in.
And the first one goes in, 3-point game, 50-47, Columbia Academy. 90 seconds to go. This is a big free throw from Ballard. It goes up, and it falls in. Now 2 scores. Back to 4 points, 51-47 here at Anderson Fieldhouse. And the timeout is drawing to its conclusion. Just a second under a minute and a half to go. Hickman County trails by 4, and this will be a bang-bang game to the very end. So Hickman County will possess it. Elisha brings it up the floor. Hickman County, no need to be desperate, but do need to be urgent. Qualls the right wing, gives to Elisha. Elisha drives in, gives back to Qualls. Qualls driving in. McKinnon looking for help and finds Dillon. Now to Brown. Timeout, Coach Dawson. So a quick timeout here. It looked like his guys were getting a little discombobulated. Smart timeout by Coach Dawson. And that's something that we can say about our coaches here at Hickman County. Very intelligent, very smart when it comes to the game of basketball. We see that from Coach Gordon and Coach Dawson. So I'm looking to see how they reset here, Cam.
Yeah, and they need a reset bad. That was, you cannot, when you are in the 4th quarter of a game, under a minute and 30 seconds, you cannot not have a plan. You have to come out and know, hey, this is what we're going to do with the basketball. And if you don't know, at least be decisive when you have it. It's got to be clean these last minute and 7 seconds, or it was all for nothing.
So Brown to inbound it to Elisha. Elisha Brownlee on him. Elisha looks for help, finds McDonald. Kicks it to the corner. They're getting bunched up. He has to go a long way to Qualls. A great pass out of McKinnon. Nice pass to Brown, puts it up, and it goes out. Oh, that's such a tough shot. 45 seconds to go. And Coach Dawson desperately telling his guys, we got to play up. We got to play tight defense. And they'll get Brown on the foul. Now these free throws are huge, Cam. It's the difference between needing 2 two-pointers and potentially 2 three-pointers if he hits both of them. The first one from Jackson. It's good, 5-point game. We are going to need a Hickman County miracle here tonight. And number 2 is on the way, and it falls. 6-point game. Hickman's going to be needing something from beyond the perimeter. Elisha dribbles in, aggressive. Wanted to pull up, but couldn't. To the corner, Elisha, contested 3. He got it! 1-score game.
I mean, that's exactly what you have to do, is get the ball to your best player and have him shoot the ball.
So a critical timeout here, much to discuss. And Hickman cannot afford to forfeit any more basketball, or forfeit any more buckets for Columbia Academy. They have it at pretty much the furthest you can get, and it still be a 1-score game.
And if the ball is not in Ballard or Jackson's hands, you have to foul. The ball will be in their hands most of the time. When it really comes down to it, you're going to have to foul them at some point. But if you get the opportunity to foul anyone other than those 2, you have to do everything you can to do that.
And the referees blow their whistle. Hickman County going to need their best defensive plan on the season here to try to get an opportunity to tie this game. They will be, of course, in a full court press. Everyone has a man. You can't lose track of them. Pass into Brownlee. And they get it to Ballard. Goes across the way, tipped away. Oh, and they will maintain possession. And it's ripped away, and Wordley thought he had a chance for a steal there, but he does send Ballard to the line.
I mean, at that point, you got to foul whoever you can. We needed to take the opportunity to foul that young man in the corner. If he has shot at all, he has shot very little. And so if you could put somebody cold in the game, is Ballard airballs the first
And the
free
first
throw.
one no good. Hickman County with some life. Qualls and Puckett in case of a miss. They need to have their best box out of the year. Here we go. 16.5 or 18.6 seconds. The second one. That one does fall. 2-possession game. And Elisha has to hurry. He'll pull up from deep. And he sinks it. What a shot! Elisha is a man of magic. He pulled up from Highway 100. I cannot believe that shot.
I mean, can you say enough about the kid? Exceptionally talented. I mean, he is absolutely showed up and showed out tonight. He had a tough third quarter with shot making, and that has not discouraged him one bit. And you have to love the dedication from this young man. He's going to try to win this game, and he's going to drag everybody there to do it with him.
Well, and right now, Hickman County definitely been on the shoulders of Elisha Puckett. 29 points for Elisha. He only had, 15 points at the end of the first half?
He had 10 at the end of the first half, Josh. And he didn't have that great of a third quarter. I mean, he's a man on a mission.
And I think something to point out as well, what that three-pointer does, it means they can foul, and CA can make both free throws, and it still be a one-possession game. So that three-pointer cannot be overstated of its importance.
Absolutely, Josh. And, you know, coming out with a good, solid plan, taking the first opportunity to foul, to not foul Ballard or Jackson, and hopefully get the ball in somebody.
Goes out. Oh, and they say it goes the way of CA. It looked like it might have gone off of Jackson's hands, but it goes off of Qualls. 50-50 ball there, both guys vying for it. But Hickman County needs to settle down and prepare to foul. And McDonald almost stripped it away, but they do get the foul on Jackson, sending him to the line. And these are some big free throws for Jackson. If he makes both, they can't lose on a three. If he makes anything less than both, Hickman with a chance to win on a miracle three.
Yeah, absolutely. And the young man looks like he's hurting. It looks like his ankle got pretty messed up on that. I hope he's okay, but Either way, we're hoping for a miss here.
Number 1, in and out. Now, if he misses both, you don't have to rely on a 3. You can push down and go for a big layup.
Even if he misses both, I'm almost thinking if you can get an easy basket, why wouldn't you?
The second one is up, and it's good. And a timeout is called, 8.9 seconds. This will be the last possession of the game. If you're Coach Dawson, he needs the call of his life here as a head coach.
And this puts Coach Dawson in a situation that says, is it worth it going for the win, or am I trying to tie this game? Now, me personally, I'm going to run a play to give the ball easy access inside. Now, am I going to run it necessarily with Elisha getting the shot? Probably not. What I would do here is I would run a screen, so you're going to throw the ball in down here, but at some point you're probably going to be in half court. I would try to get something to Qualls down low. Now, if he has that easy shot, take it. But I'm also sending Puckett around the perimeter, making him move and making whoever's defending him work hard and giving Puckett the opportunity to win the game at the three-point line. So 2 things I'm doing, looking for Qualls inside, looking for Puckett at the three-point line if I'm Coach Dawson. Now, if that's not what he wants to do, if he wants to put the ball in Elisha's hands and just say, Elisha, it is your game. That's also the right decision. Putting the ball in his hands has worked well tonight, and it's worked well for a while now.
And here we go. Elisha going to inbound it. Gives it to Braden Brown. Brown's got to be quick. 6 seconds. Sets up. 3 seconds. Elisha drives. And a lot of contact. No foul. Oh my goodness. What a heartbreaking way to end it. And Hickman County, a tough break. Elisha tries to drive it. Oh, that hurts.
Can you say enough about Elisha Puckett, though, tonight? I mean, the young man got us to the point where we could have tied that game up. Heck of a performance by him tonight. I cannot sing his praises enough. As for other Bulldogs, Braden Brown, the story of the night for me. That young man was in the big moments all night long right by Elisha's side. He knew what to do. He made great decisions. Very impressive tonight for that young man. And as for Hickman County, this game comes down to we have the lead coming out of halftime, and our third quarter is lazy and sloppy and undecisive.
I mean, Hickman County only a handful of plays away from leaving this game with a victory, right? The fact that Hickman County is able to hang with a team that has the talent that CA does and have the game come down to the final play, really a game that I think if Hickman plays a complete game of basketball, they win handily. But of course, sometimes things don't go your way. Hickman County, a lot of tough breaks tonight, a lot of key turnovers, some rebounds that didn't go their way, maybe some calls here and there. But if you ask Coach Dawson, he's going to say, we don't want it in the hands of anybody but our guys.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. And I think tonight, it's the little frustrations that are going to eat at Coach Dawson that should eat at the team, is all the little things that they should have done better, to be better prepared, to be better decision makers throughout the second half. And irregardless, I'm proud of the young men. I'm proud of the way that once they got down, they didn't quit. But it's a tough situation. And look, Columbia Academy, they had 2 very talented young men. I'm sure Jackson was around 20 at the end of tonight. I'm sure Ballard was around 20 at the end of tonight. two very talented scorers, two very talented defenders. And this is an awesome learning moment for these Dogs. And I think that's what they need to chalk it up to.
Yeah, Cam, I think you covered pretty much everything. I mean, there were no Bulldogs tonight that got in foul trouble. All right, some guys came close there at the end, but that's something that I noticed from this game, looking all the way back to Marshall County, right? Marshall County, I think our defense was a little overly aggressive where we were reaching in a lot. There were a lot of fouls. You know, that was the game that Elisha Puckett, fouled out of that game at Marshall. But tonight, Elisha played such clean basketball, defensively, offensively, and I love to see Dylan Qualls as well. These last few games from last week to start this one as well, he has been such a productive scorer. Is he putting up 30 points? No, but he is getting big buckets when they count, and he plays phenomenal defense. And I think that can be said for a lot of these guys. You've already touched on how gutsy Braden Brown was tonight, only being a sophomore. But man, how talented is he, has wonderful handles, is a great leader at his young age. And we saw tonight, he's not just about his handles. He had a couple of big shots that he made, and he's just great at getting the ball around to his guys. Brody Worley, who's been getting a lot of minutes here as a junior. Of course, he's found himself in foul trouble in the past, but he is such an aggressive, he plays defense with heart. More heart than I think I've seen out of any player on this team on the defensive side of the ball. But what I do want to see in the future, I want to see Will McDonald. I think he's a great shooter. I don't think he got a lot of great looks tonight. Of course, he did make the 1-3 early on in the game. But I think if we see Will McDonald step up and play the game the way he knows he can play it, I think Hickman County will beat just about everybody on their schedule by a good margin.
Yeah, and it's taking the opportunity when it presents itself. Tonight for Will, he took shots early in the game. I want to see that continue. There was an aggressiveness that he played with in the first half that needs to continue. And I think that goes for a number of the guys. It's not just Will. Like, Will's an incredibly talented shooter and can be a huge part on our offense. But that goes for every kid on this team. If they decide that they want to step up and be that, they all have shown that they have the ability to do that. I just want to see somebody go, it's going to be me.
I believe we've covered pretty much everything there is to cover. Of course, folks, being in an away gym, that really makes things unpredictable as far as these post-game shows go. We want to have Coach Dawson as much as possible, but I don't believe we'll be able to get him tonight just because we don't want to disrespect the hospitality that Columbia Academy has shown us. They have been tremendous. We appreciate everyone at CA for housing us here, for allowing us to stream, to bring this game to your living room or to your cell phone or wherever it is you might be watching, whether it be YouTube or Facebook. And we cannot say thank you enough to all of you who watch, who tune in, who support us here at the station. You all are the reason we're able to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hickman County Bulldogs boys team falls tonight by a score of 55-53. But the Hickman County Lady Dogs were able to pick up a big win here tonight. But both teams looking to finish off the week strong when we take a road trip to Fairview on Friday, December 13th at 6 p.m. That will be the next time we see these Dogs in action. But until that time, for my broadcast colleague Cameron Peters, I've been Josh Copley, and for everyone else on the WNKX crew, we say farewell and good night.